still hasn't shown up. Hang on. I'll let you know. Now.
Welcome to another episode of Game Informer's Super Replay of Demon Souls. I am Andrew Reiner. This is again a hotter than hell edition. That means we're going to be feasting upon wings the entire time. So sit back, enjoy the journey. We died 18 times last time, didn't we, Marcus Stewart?
We certainly did. So if I can get below 18, that will be an accomplishment for today. That's my goal.
Well, I have 18 wings. Dan Tack, how you doing, sir? What do you think?
I would like to welcome everybody back to Super Replay Hotter Than Hell Edition. We've been listening to your comments. We've been listening. So we get it. People love the hot wings, but they don't like the eating on the mic. I got it. So I mute my mic every time I eat a wing.
Yeah.
We'll see.
I think the culprit's he's at the bottom.
Whoa, what?
Yeah. So
yeah, I think Marcus.
They love the heat. They love the spice.
You guys chew more than I do. I'm pretty quick. I get in and out.
You know, I back off.
The last few episodes, I've been muting my mic during the actual wing eating.
Yeah.
I'll turn
I
it
can
back on.
mute my mic too. I can do it too. We're all going to be quiet.
Hey, Prime, welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Welcome to Game Informer Super Replay, Hotter Than Hell Edition, the hottest event of the summer, where every death means the heat's coming in, boys, and we're bringing the hottest stuff available. We got Carolina Reapers on deck today, at least for me, but we have really hot wings for the rest of the gang as well, and everybody is welcome to bring their level of heat to play. And,
yeah, I went with kind of a milder selection. They're hot. They're at the top of the scale. Wild's second highest.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
But I have a busy weekend, and I can't be carrying that spicy baggage, if you know what I mean.
The stomach irritation. Yeah, the stomach irritation on the Reaper is a very real thing. I'm hoping to build to a tolerance to become actually like a Superman over the course of I'm hoping that the tolerance eventually gets there because the Reapers are just. They are rough.
We need to dress you like a Reaper then. Like you have the black hoodie, you need the sight.
Right.
Oh, I thought you meant the actual Pepper, like you would get a Pepper costume for him, because I'm also on board for that.
I'm on board with that too.
These costumes are a good idea, but the whole reason that I'm not wearing the old Jedi outfit, the Sith outfit I was wearing for the other replay is because that and wings are not going to go together well. All right, it's going to be gross, and I'm not doing that.
You could use it to cover your face as you're sweating. Dab your forehead.
Hi, Doug. I have the Nashville Hot for the first time today. That's my starter wing today. So let's go down our wing order as we do at the beginning of this.
That's the one that kicked my butt.
Yeah. I've got Nashville to Wild to Blazing. That's my order today. What do we got on deck, Reiner?
I'm going Wild to the dry rub of a desert heat to a spicy garlic. So
nice.
Maybe I'll start with the spicy garlic. That's the lowest, but it has a nice little spice to it.
It does. I like to go in ascending order, but hey, we do however we want here. The only rule is you got to eat hot wings. And Marcus, what are you working with today?
So my starter is the spicy garlic, then that'll transition to the mango habanero, and then for the first time, I'm going to the hottest tier. I've never ventured before, but I got the Desert Heat Dry Rub, which Dan says isn't so bad, but
it's not. It's not. I eat those for fun.
It is in the last tier though, so on paper it's as bad as the Carolina Reaper, and that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm a tough guy.
They're tasty.
I don't think that's what it means, but I'm glad you're in the top tier now.
It's what it means.
Hey, if this looks like you're watching last week's episode because it's the same stuff, no, it's the same stuff. We're stuck. We've been stuck here, so we're trying to get through this.
I'm checking with our home base command on our audio and settings. We look pretty good. Prime Energy says he's hearing game audio double, but I don't think that's the case. But we're checking. We're looking into that.
Yeah. Do you have a second window open?
I was gonna say I don't have anything open.
Yeah, we're checking into it. We look into all those things. Yeah, we're investigating. Also, Marcus is back at the Tower Night. I remember this.
My best friend.
Marcus has a bit more grass than last time, so that's good.
That's right.
Doug Fresh is talking a little smack to me, and you'll be let down by the Nashville. That's okay. We all have different mouth palates, or what do you call them, right? We do. Spice palates in there.
Humans are interesting creatures, and the Nashville is going to be a weird one. Yeah, Marcus, just die here so I can eat a Nashville wing. We can kick this thing off.
Here we go. First boss still.
Yeah, and notice Marcus is actually one-shotting the archers this time instead of knocking them down and making them actually harder. So this
did
fight's
some grinding.
already 20 times easier. Yeah, I can see that he filled up his stock of herbs and spices, which is this is good. This is a good thing. And again, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, people have always come to me and like found these, you know, people who are like, this games are too hard.
Oh,
these are RPGs, right? These are RPGs at the core. You can level up. Hey, Uncharted Steve, thank you so much for the sub. 2 months here. Thank you, Steve. Really
That
appreciate it.
means you could go into our Discord, our private Discord, where all sorts of private things happen, and chat with the community there.
Why'd you say it like that?
That's a hell of a pitch for the Discord. I like it.
Yeah, seriously. You want to see some stuff? Some private
we got stuff. We do have
Go to our
stuff in the
Discord.
Yeah. So yeah, what Reiner is saying is absolutely 100% true. If you subscribe to us on Twitch, it's very easy to hook it up to our Discord, which is a new private a private community we're cultivating. It's the VIP lounge of the Game Informer crew, and we do hang out there both during and after hours. So
yeah, if you want to see a picture of my dog, it's in the Discord.
That's the kind of that's the kind of stuff, and we also talk about a lot of anime. That's been going pretty well. Anyway,
Yeah, I dropped in some hot anime recs a little while ago, talking about Oran High School Host Club and why everyone should watch that show.
okay.
Have you seen it? It's great. It's like a comedy slice of life.
I've never heard of that one, but I am watching the Tower Knight get attacked here, and I'm liking that.
Is that the most damage he's ever done? That little sliver?
No,
I've seen it.
I've knocked him over before. Like once.
Everyone, we have a celebrity here. We have Holly Spice Wolf. She's back.
Hi, Holly.
Saying hi to us. Hype, hype, hype. Welcome.
Give me those ankles.
I think that's the most damage we've seen now.
Okay, yeah. He's back to using the shield, though. I'm kind of concerned about that.
Poopling.
You know, I tried to wean him off the shield last week, but he's doubled down on it. But, you know,
Yeah,
we'll get
no,
it to work.
it's his comfort zone, man.
Get out of there.
How you feeling, Marcus? Well, that was not great.
Hi, Holly.
I'm still feeling good.
No, we're gonna be good, and I'm going to
hide.
get him to stop using that dumb shield and get him a real weapon sometime during this run. I will make Marcus the player I want him to be, whether he wants. He's not gonna get there with the playing tiddlywinks with that shield.
Sounds like you're 2 seconds away from busting out "Be a Man" from Mulan.
I have sung that before. I am not planning to sing it today. It's an excellent tune, by the way.
It is. It's almost as good as "Be a Man" by Randy Savage, his rap song.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Oh, it's a classic. It's one of the
At-
biggest bangers in hip hop.
At this pace of damage, this will be our episode.
I mean, no. Again, we're gonna get there
Oh,
today.
what?
Whether we get there on this run, I don't know.
Okay, he's saddled.
Marcus has to.
We're going to
has
be
come
eating
back-
18 wings. That's what I'm seeing here right now. No
Just-
offense, Marcus.
Sorry, I'm
Marcus
taking my
is getting his bearings.
I'm taking my time here. Just when I'm not gonna heal in
I
front
like
of
that.
Oh
Going
god.
upstairs to heal.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not healing in front of him. I'm just gonna run away. Let him do that stuff. Wait, what? Okay, what? All right, get behind him. Go, 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 go. Stop swinging. All right, he's doing his shield. Okay, his
Do you
fall.
think this Tower Knight was on his high school basketball team?
I think he was the high school basketball team.
He was
Probably.
a backboard breaker, right?
All right, Marcus. Stay
We
behind
have
him.
about a tenth of the health gone now.
Why isn't he falling
Well,
over yet? How long does it take?
You don't really hurt this guy unless you knock him down. We have
Yeah.
seen that already happen, so it's not a spoiler right
Is he
here.
falling? No.
No, he has not gone down yet, Marcus. You gotta,
No, I thought he was gonna fall there. It looked like
work the ankles. All right, take it slow. Take it at your pace. Do your thing.
hide out here because he doesn't.
And hello, yeah, we got a couple of awesome VIPs in chat. Gotta love it. Oh, you're all VIPs, but Holly does a great job modding here and also hangs out in the
Wait, is he
Discord.
done?
So
Happy Friday to you too, Sif Moon Weaver.
Spicy Friday. Smooth Fridays are gone.
It
Spicy
is,
Fridays are
yeah,
nice.
it is a hotter than hell Friday.
Yeah.
Both outside here at Minnesota and soon in our mouths, Dan Tack.
It is a boiler out there. I stepped out earlier just to take out the garbage, and it was hot out.
How hot does it get in Minnesota? Is it
Oh,
flirty?
it gets nasty and humid. Actually, everybody thinks it's freezing, but it's actually really It gets pretty sweltering and really nasty humidity in the summer as well.
Okay, 'cause summertime in Florida, same thing to the 8th degree. So I always wonder, like, is it really hot up there?
I mean, it's not Florida. It's not Florida heat, but it's really nasty. We get mosquitoes like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, this is the only time I get to kind of like flex in front of you guys, and then the winter comes around. It drops to like 60 here, and it's like we're freezing down here, and then you guys get to laugh at us. Look out!
Marcus, this is impressive. This has been a war of attrition here.
It really is. This is like a big battle. I can't. Clash of the Titans. Do I need to start this run up, Marcus? I can.
Whoa.
Start
Whoa.
what? Whoa! What? Oh, I thought he got me. Oh God.
Biscuits but Davey had an interesting comment. This boss is where I gave up on Demon Souls and all future Souls games. That breaks my heart, Biscuits with Davey. This boss is meant to be intimidating. You look at him; he's a giant dude with a shield, but it's also meant to be like instructional to the player to teach them this game's going to throw a lot of crap at you, but you can totally do it, right? Like, he's meant to be like, oh, I can't even damage him, But the real lesson here, the real lesson is the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And Marcus just has to get to that lesson. And I can just see, everybody has their arch nemesis as they get formed when they play a Souls game. Some bosses are really hard for some players that are really easy for other players. Some bosses are universally more difficult than others. This boss, could be one of Marcus's, just... I mean, I saw Marcus...
He's going down!
Hero bosses.
He's going down!
Right? There we go.
Smash his face!
Now you can hurt him a lot. Right? This is where you can get some big damage.
Trying to get my stamina back up.
Keep going!
I'm out of stamina. All right, I'm gonna run. Get out of there. All right, that's good. So if he falls over one more time, that'll be it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is an example of taking it very patient and very safe. And again, there's no wrong way to eat a Reese's.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially with bosses that you get flustered on, the yips, as Reiner calls it. I've had it happen to Souls bosses for sure. It happens to everybody, no matter how good you are at these games, no matter how much you play them. I mean, I guess once you can play them in your sleep, that's different. But like, you're always gonna have things that, and then you get that like fluster factor, and that makes you lose even more, and it can be a downward spiral in that regard. So, you reset. You can reset the game, you reset your mind, reset your scenario, and you come back in and you toast them. This guy's got nothing.
Hey, do you think those streams coming out of his ankles it's like the air conditioner? Like he's got like an internal unit?
I was writing about this boss actually a little bit the other day when I was predicting the Elden Ring bosses, but this sort of the animated suit of armor that you'll never see if there's anybody in there or not is a recurring trope.
There's someone in there.
I wasn't writing about this one specifically. Yeah, canonically there might be somebody in there. I don't know. We'll never get to see.
What if it's not even a giant person? What if it's just like a regular-sized head?
See, they played with that concept in From games before too. Like,
yeah, like it's like a
Smo,
mech.
like big Executioner Smo. He looks like a big, his armor is really like obese and stuff.
Wait, is he going down?
He's going
God!
down.
God! I was trying to get out of there, but he was stuck on his legs.
The yips.
I'm trying to get over there.
That is a yip.
I'm telling you, we got the yips going on here.
Yeah, he's the Chuck Knobloch of
All right.
Demon Souls.
We're not gonna get greedy. I would have killed him if he didn't get caught in his legs as he was falling, but that's all right.
Welcome on in, everybody. Hi, Ninja. Hi, Ravana.
I'm gonna back off. All right.
Duke, everyone. Yeah, welcome back.
Hi, everyone.
Bliggy.
Good crew is forming in chat today, as they do on every Friday here on Super Replay, Hotter Than Hell, the summer edition.
Bliggy the Fallen has been fallen for a long time.
We need to get
him.
I'm
hoping he'll be risen.
Yeah.
Pliggy the Risen. I like the sound of that. All right. He just committed to that spot. All right. Hold on. Let him shoot one more time.
Marcus is taking this encounter very methodically, and it's all about getting there your way. So, that's especially out there to Biscuits with Davey, because, I'm really sad if this is the boss that made you quit Souls forever, especially since we're back in Demon Souls with this one. The newer games, especially like Dark Souls 3 is always my recommendation. Yeah. I always say new players should start with Dark Souls 3. They're starting with a Souls game.
Come on, you need a platter. Do I gotta buy you a platter?
I can get a platter. I like to keep them separate, Reiner, and this helps me do it. I don't want to accidentally eat a blazing when I'm expecting the Nashville. That's actually why I'm doing it this way.
I've had that problem.
If I put them all on the same plate, they're all gonna look alike, and I'm gonna be like, oh, and it's gonna be.
1 second.
Marcus, you're okay.
I know.
It's
I'm
just a
psyching.
power knife.
I'm resetting a little bit here. I got really scared there for a bit. I don't know if you saw how close I was to dying there.
Ow.
I'm just kind of resetting, getting my bearings back. All right. But yeah, my life flashed before my eyes there for a bit.
All right, you're fine. Everything is cool. You're calm. You're cool, collected. Stop using that freaking shield.
It's too late now. Whoa! What?
It's getting you killed. That shield is getting
Oh
you
no!
killed.
You run!
I am. How did he get me? I rolled. I thought I rolled.
You rolled underneath him.
You
I
keep
know. I was
trying
trying
to
to
block
roll
things.
roll past the attack, but I didn't. All right.
All
oh
right.
my god.
Everyone stay calm. Everyone stay calm.
Sorry to scare you, Chad. If I want to roll from up here, I don't think it'll hurt me because it's not that high, but I don't want to run all the way to him. I kind of want to drop right by his feet.
Yeah, and Duke, like, I know what Duke's talking about, and I've certainly had that coaching with Tim and others about how you're not supposed to be afraid, and the game tries to make you afraid. But Marcus doesn't need that. Marcus has killed Gargantuan Ape and Sekiro. He doesn't need me to tell him that.
All right, here we go. All right,
No
we're in a good
fear.
spot. We're in a good
There's no
spot.
fear.
We're in a good spot. All right, don't just get him. Is he going down? Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh god. Oh god.
We're
oh
fine.
God,
We're fine.
Oh
We're
god,
fine.
oh god.
Everything's
Yeah,
cool.
I think Marcus
Get
is,
out of there!
All right.
Marcus is he's running scared right now. and
I'm not
I
running
don't like to see that.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want
That's
to.
Right.
not good.
We gotta get the fear out of him. I'm gonna take that shield away. I'm gonna go over to Marcus's house. And
He's
take the
falling.
shield off his
He's
face.
going down.
He's going down.
Yes.
Okay, you got this. There it is.
Wait, what are you doing?
Look at this! He's celebrating!
He's like tapping him. Ah!
All right, well done, Marcus. We got it. Thank
First
you.
try.
Can we eat in celebration of that?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one. Thank God for that.
Okay, mic's off.
All right.
All right, well, someone should keep talking, though. So someone.
All right, you
eat
guys
and then-
eat first. I'll go.
Okay.
Cause I don't know what I. Oh, okay. I got Excuse me. Got an Archstone, Inner Ward,
Excuse me? What did you say you got?
and an Archstone. Archstone. This thing. What did you think I said?
You should see a doctor, I was going to say.
Okay. Oh, yes, right. Only that. Okay, so this is it for this level. Then this is as far as I can go for now, I believe. All right, let's go to the Nexus. Let's spy
That's
some
right, Marcus.
stuff.
That
Let's-
is that's as far as you can go right now. On that path, but we can go anywhere we want on any other path right now.
We can. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Oh.
Duke, it's not a new rule. We're taking a victory win because that boss kept us. I don't know if you were here last week. I think you were, but last week that was an entire episode dedicated to that boss. So we're just happy that he's dead. We'll count it as one for y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, yeah, 12 minutes. Boy, that's a game.
Oh, I started playing that
All right.
yesterday.
I played through it yesterday.
Did you finish it?
I did.
Okay. I did not, but I've made several breakthroughs where I think I can finish it tonight.
I know, Duke. I know. So we're having that. So that was a celebratory wing. We got there. Well done, Marcus. Well done.
That was well done. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
It was really looking ugly.
Yes, Ravana, we are unified in the from the outlet where we secured the wings. We have a different bit of variation with the wings this time. Different flavors for each player in this episode of Super Replay. Thrawn, your very first Souls game, that's great. I can't wait for you to try the others. While Demon Souls is a great game, and the remake is very, very well done by Bluepoint, I think the other games are all superior to it in terms of the content they offer. This was kind of like the practice run for From Software, right? For this whole new sort of subgenre of games. Based on their own games. No, Duke, we are not going to Valley next. Marcus, where would you like to go next?
I'm
Not there.
determining it that now. I don't want to
Let's-
go to.
Do you want a dance suggestion about where we can go next, or do you want to take it? I mean, we can go a lot of ways here.
I was thinking either here or the
Yeah, I feel like eating some wings today. Let's go to
smithing
Shrine of
place?
Storms. Go to Shrine of Storms. I feel like eating a lot of wings today.
Okay, Zach.
All right.
Well, what is
Let's
a
do it.
dance suggestion? Where would I go?
I think you could handle it, but it's going to be hard. Get your club out first. 'cause
Oh,
you
I
don't
wasn't.
want to-
I mean, that was one of the options along with this place over here. Stone.
This would probably be considered the canonical. Yeah, like I said, there's any number of ways you could take things after this. I know the direction I like to take. I don't. God, this we're gonna eat wings. We're gonna eat wings today. No matter where I send you.
I mean, we're gonna eat wings regardless. Like, I'm not All of these, I'm gonna die on every place we go to.
I know, I know. But I guess what I want to ask you is, how do you want to die?
Gracefully.
Sure,
Yes.
this will work.
Sure. Let's go here. It's right next to it.
I don't think he's got the tools to level his weapons right now, Zhang. We've got a +1 sword right now, I believe.
Yeah, I don't have any hard stones. I need 4 to level it up again. Actually, I could probably put my armor back on because I only took it off to outmaneuver that guy.
Well, you should not be fat rolling. We definitely do not want the fat roll.
Am I strong enough? Okay.
Why not?
Because it gets you killed. It's really bad.
It
And
does
no matter
get
what
you
Souls
killed.
game you're playing, do not ever just don't. That's rule number 1. Take off whatever clothing you need to get a mid roll.
Just keep the shield, is what Dan's saying.
And
That's
Marcus,
gonna happen.
Marcus, you need to get rid of that shield. It's total trash.
This is
It's-
a nice shield. Look at this. It's got a dragon on
It's
it.
making you play poorly.
What are you talking about?
You keep trying to like block things when a roll and a cut would get you in a better situation.
Would you tell
But hey,
Captain America to ditch his shield?
This is about you doing you. I mean, I want you to have a big, sweet sword later that I'm going to get you. I know I have a sword in mind for this run. Then I'm sure chat knows what I'm going to try to get him. All right, it's a very Dan sword.
Okay, he sells stuff too. Let's see.
But I don't know. You know Marcus's play style.
Oh, he sells Hearthstone. I need 4 of those to upgrade my.
What's wrong with his play style?
There's nothing wrong with he kicked Sekiro's butt, but Sekiro it makes you play a certain way, right? Now he's got options. I feel like he's overwhelmed. He sees a situation. He's like, in Sekiro you have the situations like I'm just going to deflect it, right?
Yeah.
In this game, it's like, do I roll? Do I block it? What do I do? And yeah, you got to jump and do some other stuff in Sekiro, but basically you're just deflecting, most of the time. And here Marcus is faced with like a shield and a roll and different weapon choices and different options, which you don't get in Sekiro.
All right, you want to see something, Dan? All right, check this out. Look. There you go.
I don't.
Oh!
Yeah, but I don't want you to do it if it's outside your comfort zone. This is all about you finding your way through, right?
Well, let's mess around with it. Since we're not fighting a boss, it's just going to be normal
You could be
enemies.
like, Dan, screw you. I'm doing this my way, and then show me how it's done. I'd love to see that.
Yeah. Can I play the Limp Bizkit song "My Way" to really get it across?
You can, except
I mean,
we can't play it on
maybe
stream.
Twitch. Yeah. Everyone in chat's just going to have to fire it up on their own, and
All right, how many times is Marcus going to die to this first nobleman? I'm going to say 2.
Wait, what?
Nobleman.
There's a nobleman in here. This is the first appearance, I believe, that you can get to see one of these guys.
Noblemen are usually pretty.
Doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, they're usually
It's
pretty.
not.
polite,
They're
right?
not. They're a regular enemy. This isn't a boss or anything.
Wait, what? You think he's gonna die to it?
Yeah.
That guy?
Nope. You'll know what I call him a nobleman. You'll see him. Holly says 0 times. Man, Holly is in your corner.
Thank you, Holly.
Yeah.
Zhang, I don't think they're going to make another Sekiro, but I have no doubt they'll make another game that's sort of off the base of their core, right? They're going to keep making Souls games forever, whether they call them Souls or not, right? That's but they like to take that framework, the skeleton, and then they like to twist it.
These guys don't seem
We call it
interested in-
Tenchu Souls.
Tenchu, oh boy, yeah, we're never going to see Tenchu now that they get Sekiro. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
That's unfortunate.
That's too bad. Yeah. Ricky Maru.
That's such a great name. Oh, what? Whoa,
It's a
what?
pupper.
Surprise dogs.
These puppers count as part of the nobleman counter, by the way.
Behind pots. See, the shield I like to use against these guys because they're always jumping at you. You can just block them.
Look at that. Shield being used in a very useful way.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
You sound like it. Oh, God!
Hey,
I was in the middle of healing and I just saw that fireball slowly
I
approaching.
would like to give a shout out to MinMax, who just rated us with 299 folks. Thank you so much.
Max.
Thanks for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody.
Yeah, welcome to the stream.
Hello.
We're playing through Demon Souls, as you may have noticed. Marcus
Yeah.
is about to fight his first noble.
That guy?
This is a full playthrough, what we call a super replay, and we call it the Hotter Than Hell edition because every death, you can see that death counter. We eat a different buffalo wing of increasing spiciness, and
Yeah. We're getting hot in here. Marcus is getting
yeah.
hot. He's on fire right now.
we
Actually.
got a Carolina. What do we got? Carolina Reaper.
my
Some of those on hand
ordeal.
today.
My ordeal ends at Carolina Reaper today. Yes.
Mine is Desert Heat.
Hey,
Which you
great.
said
Well,
you eat for like breakfast.
Yeah, I do actually.
Hey, Nobleman's going down.
Marcus ran in the room and went and healed, and he was
What?
He was motivated by the min-max raid. Thanks again, y'all.
I won. That's all that matters, whether by an inch or a mile.
Duke says, "What do you think of the rumors on the new PlayStation exclusive From Software game?" I mean, that's like me betting that a baseball team is going to play. Right? It's like that's the that rumor would not be that is the least surprising rumor I think I've ever heard ever.
Yeah, it's happened once already. It should happen again, and it's probably going to be Bloodborne 2.
Ooh.
That'd be nice.
That would be great.
Do you think we see it next week?
No. I think they get Elden Ring out the door before we see anything from the new game.
I bring up next week because it is Gamescom. And from what I'm hearing, lots of reveals, almost like E3 has been split in half. So we should be seeing, and that also speaks to much shorter marketing cycles that we're seeing from publishers. Like Call of Duty was just announced, right? And that's the latest it's ever been announced. So more of a 3-month cycle than a 6, right?
Yeah, it's a super late announce, and they're still hitting the same target date they always hit though every year, right? That's
exactly.
So the time from announce to launch is shorter than ever,
So there might be more importance on Gamescom now. It could also be just a product of the pandemic. We don't.
Right. There are so many different factors that go into this, but I can't. COVID has probably got a huge amount to do with it, I think.
So it should be a busy week starting on the 24th, I believe. And then I think their official kickoff, like the Keeley stream, is on the 25th.
So we're of course, for all those announcements and more, stay tuned to GameInformer.com and Game Informer on Twitch. Like, share, and subscribe. By the way, if you subscribe to our Twitch, you get access to our top secret VIP Discord, where we talk about top secret stuff, like aliens.
And private stuff happens there.
And private stuff, like pictures of Reiner's pupper, apparently.
You can see my dog there.
There we go. We always appreciate hot takes. We love hot takes. Send in all your hot takes. You know the address, podcast@GameInformer.com.
So Marcus is owning this zone where you said we're going to be eating a lot of wings.
We are barely, because Marcus is going. Okay, for one thing at a time. First, I'm going to address the question. Marcus is playing like my grandma. Okay, he's going through this zone at the speed of business, and I love him for it. And that's how you should play this game. I didn't expect it from a player of Marcus's caliber. All right. To be honest, after watching him work Sekiro, I thought he was going to be zipping through the zone, killing everything. But he's playing it in the metered kind of pacing that, is frankly probably the correct way to do this. So I gave him a little crap because I'm going to do that. Because that's what I'm here for, right? If I just say, "Oh, you're doing great, Marcus," it's not very interesting, is it? But he is doing great, by the way. And his performance in Sekiro was amazing, by the way. So very impressed with his performance, and he's playing this with the kind of metered and tactical decision making that a first playthrough should be.
Yeah.
But anyway, Holly Spice Wolf, thank you for the pack of 5 subs. 134
Amazing.
subs from Holly.
Whoa.
In this community. Holly is a miracle worker, frankly, and we appreciate her immensely. She's also a moderator. The subs, the mods, how does she do it? I don't know, but she's awesome.
Dan, I got to point something out.
Yeah.
You threw some serious shade at your grandma, and I'm not cool with that.
Well, considering both my grandmas have passed on.
My. Oh, my.
Did I actually say my grandma? I think I said a grandma.
Dan, I'm sorry for laughing at that. That's a terrible reaction.
Yeah, this just got serious here. Oh, my heart.
Thanks a lot, Reiner.
Yeah. Good luck now, Marcus. Focus on the game.
Both my grandmas were great, by the way.
Aw.
That's good. We love a good grandma here.
Did you know my grandma? Speaking of,
I did not know your
dearly
grandma.
departed living grandmas. She was the first female Cub reporter for the Cubs for the Chicago Tribune.
You know what? That does not actually surprise me.
Yeah.
It does not surprise me at all. That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's where my writing chops come from.
Okay.
This is the narrative is starting to make a lot of sense now. That's where the cubbies come from. Now I'm getting it.
Yeah.
That is
My
awesome.
grandma. Cheers to grandmas.
Yeah.
Cheers to grandmas.
Raise a wing to the grandmas.
Call your grandma, folks. Let her know you love her. How do I get back up there?
That looks cool.
Perhaps
like
Marcus,
concept art when you looked up there.
Perhaps Marcus, you were meant to fall down here and find your path ahead.
Oh.
Don't worry, folks. If Marcus just wants to keeps playing,
Wait, no, this is
this,
where
we're gonna eat wings today, no matter what. So we'll make it happen.
Are we? The death counter's at 0, man.
Yeah, how about
know.
that? How long are we? What's the time?
It's
We
gonna
need
be
we need a victory
these games
counter.
These games are tough to do in these 2-hour formats, even in the 2-hour format, Reiner, because there's gonna be some days where he's just on a boss the whole time, right? We just eat wings constantly, and there's other days where he's got to make to the boss, right? So it's like it's kind of interesting for this format.
You guys can always eat wings every time I do something cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna
awesome.
start making Marcus challenges where if Marcus doesn't die, if Marcus beats me, I'll eat the wing, right?
It's like Marcus achievements.
The noblemen you would have been eating.
Yeah, I can do that. I don't care. You want me to do one for the nobleman? I can do one for the nobleman.
Okay, I'm lost a little bit.
You seem hungry, Dan.
I'm not actually that hungry. But I want to get this rivalry started now so that Marcus and his little nimbly. You know what? This run might change. We're gonna change the dynamics of this. I'm not gonna tell Marcus what weapon he should get. Maybe he should use if he's gonna keep using that shield.
Elevator.
Yeah. So this is good. This is a shortcut.
Okay, so going down, there's nothing forward, right? Is it just gonna take me down to?
Or is it? Or is there?
Find
But
out.
yeah, this
Look
is
how
this
nice
is,
this looks, by the way. The lighting.
Isn't that neat?
So you can basically get a route, I think, from the beginning of the level to here, so that you have a quick. There's a couple of these different shortcuts in here. Anyway, I'll eat a wing. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is actually not a shortcut. There's another one of these that is a shortcut.
What is this?
Later.
Something else, I guess.
All right, I'll eat a wing for the noble.
Oh, there's a guy down there. Let me get that little thing he's got.
Which one is that, Dan?
Nashville.
Is that the? Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It's like, oh, hey.
Bob Backwards, thank you for the sub. Welcome to the Game Informer live stream of Demon Souls. And to our Discord community. We'll get you hooked up there.
This looks like Dune.
Hey, you don't want to breathe that air.
No. Oh, whoops. That's my stop.
Oh, boy. Still alive and still reckless.
Thank you so much for the sub, Bob.
Gotta lift.
Really appreciate it.
All right. I need to figure
Welcome.
out where to go. That's the new boss, is the level.
I mean, we're not to those yet. We can take you to a boss level if you want.
I mean, in terms of like finding the path. Cause I don't remember how I got up there in the first place.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about how you got up there. You don't have to go all the way back around. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
Like you don't have to go back to the beginning of the level.
Okay. I wasn't gonna do that, but that's good to know.
The game
Yeah, you're
wants
going
you to
Bob
fall
backwards.
there. The game wants you to fall there. Yeah. Thanks for the sub, Bob. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
You're turning Marcus around now.
How about?
I'm not doing anything. Marcus is on his own, man.
No, Bob Backwards is.
Oh,
All right. Oh, here we go.
Marcus
All
wants
right.
to keep
So-
clinging to that crappy shield. It's really bothering me.
It's in the game, Dan.
I know.
Dan, some of my best friends are shields, actually. So this is actually
Are they?
pretty upsetting.
Okay. To your left. There you go.
There we
Yeah.
go.
There we
You
go.
hang out there. I'm just gonna run. I can't get to you anywhere.
Yes, Duke.
Oh.
I can send Marcus to Valley and
Uh-oh.
Defilement right now if we want to have a wild day here in Wingland. He won't listen to me though now. He's becoming a rogue agent. I'm like, don't use the shield. He uses the shield. Like,
you gonna
get
be-
in there. He
You gonna go full
He
Amanda
plays-
Waller? Start threatening.
plays
them.
methodical and
Oh.
tactical.
Look at that thing.
Yeah, kill it.
No. To refer to Ace, yeah, it is absolutely legitimate strategy, and that's some after playing the Souls games for so long, I think you just kind of like you start to go feral when you play these, and you're just like, I just don't want to wear any armor, and I just want the biggest weapon I can find,
Naked.
and I'm just going in there, and I'm gonna tear the enemy apart with my teeth. Okay, that's how I play these now.
You do
But there's
naked
nothing
rolls.
wrong. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with shielding up. Like, It's a legit strategy too.
Yeah, you're getting attacked on the shield. Now you're changing your tune.
Yeah, I hope.
Seriously, I can't wait for Elden Ring, and I'm just gonna grab the biggest thing I can find, and I'm not even gonna wear any armor. No armor.
I hope
just like loincloth out in the woods, right?
Yeah, I hope Bloodborne 2 gives you nothing but shields. Like the character just uses 2 shields.
Oh yeah, and you get a taste for it playing Bloodborne too, right? Bloodborne is where they're like, yeah, get in there. Bloodborne is get in there the game. They're like, we're not even gonna give you armor that matters. The only way you're gonna heal yourself is by hitting back.
Dan, you gotta have some respect for your horse in Elden Ring. You gotta wear more than just the loincloth down there.
Well,
do you think there's gonna be horse armor?
It's a spectral horse, right? So, it's a spirit horse, we think, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think a regular horse can jump up a wall.
If you train it well enough, I don't know.
We'll see. Anyway, Marcus is actually doing very well. He's taking this game, like, you can tell it's a fresh run. Like, this is truly like the first player experience, right? Like, I'm gonna look behind this corner. Oh, it got me! I better heal up, and then better look around this next corner. And I'm gonna get the item. And there's something very refreshing about that too. This is not a diss on Marcus. It's actually, I always love watching first playthroughs of these games.
He's doing really well.
He is. He's doing like the very calm, cool, and collected. I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna see what's in this area kind of thing. You know what I mean? And take it one step at a time.
Are you calm, cool, and collected, Marcus?
Yeah. In spite of the environment around me.
Okay, pro tip: you cannot go in there. Do not go in there.
Are you sure?
Do not test it.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
There's a thing in there.
Marcus?
I mean, I guess if you want us to eat.
If I go in there, will he...
But you're getting close to a checkpoint, so...
If he sinks in there, will he put up a thumbs up?
No. But yes, you did notice that the Tower Knight does do... I think the Tower Knight has several different death animations, actually, depending on how he goes down. Including the thumbs up he gave you.
They got branders? What are those?
Yeah, kind of like pokers.
You know, they love putting in all kinds of really cool stuff like special death animations in these games. Like,
what was that?
In Dark Souls 2, one of the super cool like DLC bosses that's quite hard. I mean, not as hard as some of the other hard bosses in the games, but like if you pull a no hitter quitter on him and you don't get hit at all, he has a special death animation. Marcus is doing the thing is, hey, we're making progress for the next boss, which I'm sure we're all going to eat a ton on. I know what the next boss is. You know what the next boss is, chat. Marcus is going to be... So I'm actually cool that we're just getting through this level at a good pace here. Don't go in there first. Go down the other way.
Tiny fog door.
There's a shortcut. There's a really big, important shortcut down at the end of this hallway. Don't die here,
Some of these guys don't care. They're just doing their jobs, but...
They are.
There's always the one bad apple that wants to attack me. Doesn't seem like anyone is there that wants to do that.
Isn't that cool? It's just like walking down a street in Grand Theft Auto 4.
Yeah, it's the similarities between these games have been talked about a lot by the games press. Is GTA 5 the next Dark Souls?
Look how dirty my character is. Look at him.
You were just in like a furnace room, so yeah.
Blood and soot.
Marcus, you're admiring your orcish character here. I admire you're Shrek. Straight out of Shrek is where our character is.
Yeah, like GQ Shrek.
I can see him on the cover. Yeah.
Hey Dan, what's up? It is good to see you all in chat today. Thank you so much for joining us for this special episode of Super Replay. There's the shortcut that takes you back to the beginning of the level, and it also unlocks a blacksmith. We don't need to take it now, though. Do
we need to see the blacksmith?
No. Okay. We'll need him to craft special gear later on. If I decide to deem you worthy that you can get that gear. Once you put that garbage shield away, maybe.
Can you make me a better shield?
Probably, yeah.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, that's an option later on. Right now, doesn't have anything for us, I don't think. But
all right. So
happy Friday to you, Gals Got Moxie. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay. Oh, I just happened to have my shield up. I didn't know you did.
See, I just happen to have my shield. Marcus.
Yeah. See why you have? It's great to have a shield.
You know, I want Sekiro Marcus back. Where's the guy that charged in there and said, "Arr"?
I want the old Marcus back.
I want the Marcus that turned Genichiro's own lightning against him. That Marcus is the one I want back, not the one who's scared to walk down a hallway.
This guy punched me. I didn't like that.
He did.
You got in a nice little jab there.
You're scared. You're putting your shield up for an unarmed opponent, Marcus. That's where we're at here.
Punched me, Dan.
All right.
Happy Friday to Gals Got Moxie.
Oh!
Yeah.
I thought it'd be the other guy that would do something.
Cody Blaze, you're stuck at where to go. Yeah, let me give you. I can give you some pointers.
Oh, what? We hit each other.
Oh.
This is just a duel to the death.
Is he interested, or is he
Yeah,
just
eye
kinda-
for an eye.
I think he's just...
I'm really scared of that one, Marcus. Maybe you should go heal a couple more times before you fight him.
Is he... It doesn't seem like he's coming at me. He just seems like he's kind of...
You're right. He's just kind of
Oh,
shambling.
nope,
with
nope, there.
The dull look at his eyes glazed over.
Didn't seem too enthused about... What? It didn't do much damage, but I'm just upset by principle
Yeah,
that he
he
got
didn't
me
do
with
much
that.
damage because he's got his fists. He's not armed.
Is that what you tell Mike Tyson?
I'm really
tell Floyd
concerned.
Mayweather? It's just...
Well, no, but there are going to be ones with weapons soon. That
Oh, it's
are
just your
gonna-
fist, Floyd. Doesn't do much damage. Okay.
Yeah, we're making good progress through. We're going to get to a boss here soon.
Alright. Oh, I thought that was an enemy, but that's just a ghost.
You beat the first 2 bosses in Boletaria. Well then, Cody, that's actually where we're at too. You can now go wherever you want in the game, essentially, except to the 3rd stage of Boletaria. That's the only thing that's going to be gated off.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
A lot of people will do what Marcus is doing now and come to the world 2-1, but I like to go to 4-1 first before I kick off the rest of the adventure. But you can go anywhere else you want. You're gonna want to go. Okay, yeah. I guess if it wasn't obvious, what Zang is saying is true. Go back to the Nexus, and go to any one of the other tiles. But don't go to the Valley of Defilement. Okay, do any of the other ones but Valley of Defilement. I would not recommend you going to that one first. Marcus, I think we should go back and go to Valley of Defilement. Just kidding.
Can I keep my shield?
Yeah, it's not gonna help you there though.
Okay, I can go down there.
Valley of Defilement?
Yeah, so that's area 5-1. But Cody, basically after the point that you're at in the game, it basically turns into sort of like a Mega Man thing, where you can go to any of the other areas in any order you like. But I would save Valley. The only rule I'd say there is save Valley of Defilement for the end. That is the worst levels that you'll go through. There's no set order that you have to go in though. You can kind of take them as you please. A lot of people like to come to this zone. This is 2-1 after that one, with which is where we're at. But I don't like doing that. I like to do 4 first. Changes up the order a bit. You come into this zone with a lot more XP, and that will make the Flame Lurker a little easier. That's not the boss we're on right now, but it'll be the boss after this one.
Hey, what was that Capcom game that they were making that was kind of Souls-like?
Deep down.
Yeah, deep down.
Deep Down.
Which is totally
this
canceled.
environment reminds me of that demo. Yeah.
I don't think that still has been technically canceled, right?
No, they never officially canceled it, but it's canceled. Okay.
Someone's working on it right now as
No,
we speak.
no,
There's someone
they're
in
Marcus, don't give them hope. Okay.
there's an
That game is
intern in
gone.
an office somewhere programming an attack or something. It's still
No.
keeping the dream alive.
No, that's gone. But yeah, that game looked really cool. I think all we ever got from it was the announce, and then we never heard of it again.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I think they showed it like one more time, but
It happens.
I feel like that other Capcom game, Pragmata, I feel like that could become the deep down of this
No,
generation.
see, look, you're giving people hope, Marcus, with your don't do that.
I hope
That
not.
game is- that game
Pragmata
is-
looks
that game
cooler
is-
than Deep Down, but
Oh, sure. I'm talking about Deep Down.
oh no, that's done. But I feel
Yeah.
Pragmata, when I first saw that, I was like, are we doing this again? Like the super cool game that's announced at the start of the generation that isn't coming for a long time? Like this is going to be the next Deep Down? I hope not. But I
I'm
can't.
holding
I
out
can't.
for Lies of P, the Pinocchio Souls-like. All right, it's coming.
Lies of P?
Yeah, it's a real thing. It's an actual game.
They said Life of Pi, like the movie.
They tell me.
I would play a Souls like of Life of Pi.
2013. February 20th, 2013 is when when Capcom announced that game at Sony's PlayStation meeting.
Wow.
I didn't know it was set in New York City in the year 2094.
Yeah, that was the twist. Was that it was set in like modern times, or I guess in the future. And that, I guess
Yeah.
it's like an Assassin's Creed situation.
Yeah.
Duke, I don't actually agree that you need Miyazaki.
Oh, he's going in the lava! Look at him.
Yeah, look at him. He could be down there. Don't go down there. I think Neo has done a really good job at being like the second Souls-like, and I think they're doing. I think that team is doing great work. The Neo games are great. I love them both.
You think we get a
And
third
they're,
one?
and they're not strict Souls likes, so I think they did a good job at putting their own spin on the Souls like rather than just being, hey, we got a Souls game.
Yeah.
You want to check it out? You know, games like Code Vein and stuff like that. You know, Souls but anime, or like Souls but sci-fi. You know, I think they did a pretty good job putting a spin on it. Anyway,
Okay.
Marcus, you're doing a great job coming through here.
These guys are too small. Think we get a Neo 3 or a Ninja Gaiden 4? It's more likely.
Hollow Knight is best. Hollow Knight is best, but I think Hollow Knight's kind of its own sub.
Neo.
Oh,
Neo.
what?
What the hell?
Oh.
To that, Marcus? To that?
The fire!
You died to a baby lizard? Jeez, you got to get rid of that shield.
All
This
right,
is
Marcus,
killing
eat
me.
a
All right.
wing. Eat something spicy, man.
All right, yeah, I'm not going for
All right.
Nashville hot. We're gonna take a wild.
You know
one
what,
this
I'll
time.
What did
try
that
it.
do to you, by the way? Did you like the Nashville hot or?
Yeah, it's actually doesn't have a whole lot of flavor
Alright, I'm gonna try the
to me.
Desert
Maybe they
Heat.
got a bad batch. All right, I'm gonna do wild.
All
All right,
Wild's
you
always
guys
tricky.
eat. I'll be talking.
Desert Heat.
All right, let's see it. That's what I'm going to do too, Marcus. I'm going to get in there. We got a wild, I think, right? Yeah, Dan loves those. Welcome, everyone, to our stream. Hope you're doing well. We're going to go for 2 hours today. We started at 2, so we got an hour 15 minutes left. And Marcus has to update his death counter when he has a second here. It's only our first death within the first 45 minutes, which is impressive. I think last week we were at about 9 or 10. We had 18
Oh, yeah.
deaths, I believe.
Yeah, we got big variance in that. Like we basically have to get Marcus to the bosses, right?
Yeah.
If we can take him to bosses or difficult levels, he's gonna die a ton. But you know, the game isn't all bosses, but we are getting close to another one, sort of. So I can't believe he died to those little babies. I think I really, you know, Reiner, I'm starting to really like the wild wings. They're hot, but they're not like Reaper hot, right?
Yeah, they're pretty. I have those. Yeah. I'm gonna do one of those. I'm gonna start with one of those instead of the desert heat. I'm gonna abandon Marcus and go your way here. All right, I'm gonna eat.
I like the desert heat. By the way, I do. It's like the really plus because they're not really saucy. The desert heat ones, it's dry rub, so it's kind of like it's a desert heat. Hi, Leaf. Yeah, let me go over. I'm going to break it down for you. All of us have Buffalo Wild Wings today. By the way, we are available for sponsorship. Buffalo Wild Wings. Have your people call my people. I have Nashville Hot, Wild, and Blazing. Of course, the Reaper itself. I think both Marcus and Reiner have garlic, spicy garlic, and they have desert heat, and I believe they have one more flavor each that's different for them.
Yeah. Desert Heat was nothing. Like,
That's all right. You know,
at
Marcus,
all.
that's it. Welcome to that's it. You know, Marcus is sitting over here using a shield. He's crawling through these levels and he's talking crap about the wings. That's it. We need to kick it up a notch
It
with
was
this guy next week.
nothing. I'm surprised. I'm like disappointed actually because like
Oh, okay, Marcus.
I feel like
okay.
I've gotten
I think
wings in the mild
Get a wild
category.
wing. Get a wild.
We
I'm
can
doing
find a-
wild right now. And
My location stopped offering the wild.
Your Buffalo Wild Wings location stopped offering the.
I have
Wild
not
Wings.
seen it
I
on
don't
the
think
menu.
he's actually going to a Buffalo Wild
I
Wings.
have
He's
not
going to,
seen it
some
on
dude's
the
car
menu.
in the street. Some
I-
van. He's getting.
Yeah, he's getting these out of the back of a truck somewhere.
I
Seriously,
had
Sam?
wild the first week and it was good, but
I have no
Yeah,
idea
it's
what the
fun.
trophy situation looks like in this one. I think it has its own. I think it has its own achievements.
it does. It has its own trophies. Oh, this is the blacksmith guy you're talking. Oh, he's tiny. He's like
How did Marcus die? Says Big Boss. He died to a little baby fire lizard.
that lizard is the size of a Komodo dragon, sir.
I didn't think you could die to those.
Would you
things.
call a Komodo dragon a baby?
No, I wouldn't.
Actually, I want to. So he looks like an old Conor McGregor. How short he is.
Oh boy, yeah, that's a good wing.
Yeah, the wilds have kick to them, right? I like the wilds. Like they're hot, but they're not like they hate you hot like Blazing.
Yeah, I'm severely disappointed that those desert heat. Not even a tingle. Nothing.
That should be the name of our
Alright.
hot sauce, Dan. Let's name ours. I hate you.
I mean,
Can we have
yeah,
like
it would
super
sell.
replay?
I mean, the hot challenges are super popular now. They got. I personally have collected over the last few weeks. I got those hot jelly beans. I got the one chip challenge. I got.
You did?
I haven't done it yet. I have it though.
You should do it.
We should have our own hot sauce, like
I
Super
am
Replay.
kind of saving it for a special occasion, but we'll see.
We need an official Super Replay hot sauce, like our own. We'll bottle our own.
We do. That's
I'll
actually not a
look
bad
into
idea.
Yeah, I'll look into figuring out how to make my own. I'll put
The
all
hot
sorts of
gummy
stuff
bear,
in there.
yeah.
I'll put Swedish fish in there. I'll put all sorts of stuff.
Ooh,
Swedish
I kind of like
fish,
Swedish fish are
alright.
great. Hot Swedish fish are, I think, are actually a thing. We should get some of those.
Yeah, I mean,
Holly Spice Wolf asks, "What's the hot gummy bear called?" It's called Lil Nitro.
that's also a guy that passes out mixtapes at a 7-Eleven.
That's where you're getting your wings, Marcus. As far as I know.
Little Nitro.
Duke,
Your
I am
mixtape
I
and
am-
your buffalo wings.
Duke,
I-
I am planning to do the. I am planning to do the one chip on stream, but I'm think of saving it for a diabetes charity stream that I'm doing. So
Oh, these
that's kind of what I want it for, but I'll do another one for on one of these. I'm sure. I bought 4 of them, so
Whoa,
yeah.
that's a lot of little
I
nitros.
like to stock up on my hot stuff. I'm really getting into this whole like hot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. These have been.
Yeah, I
it's
do
been
want to
fun.
start like cooking up my own wings and then having the sauces, right?
Yeah, that's the next phase, Reiner. That's when we get. That's when we become less enthusiastic. That's when we become hobbyists, right? And I think we can do that, right? Like we should try that for sure.
Spice hobbyist or wing hobbyist? I think I'll always be wings. I like it.
Wings are great. Wings are a great way to relay the flavor, right? But when you do the really hot stuff like glazing, that's not even a flavor, right? That's just like this sucks. This is hot.
Yeah, it's really hot.
We will do one of those today. As soon as Marcus gets to the next boss. Well, we still have an hour and 10 minutes. It just feels like it's going slow, but it's not. We're actually making really good
Well,
progress.
we've only had 2 wings so far. 1 victory wing and 1 death wing.
I mean, yeah, because we're comparing it to last week, right? Where it was like nonstop.
Oh! Whoa, what? Who's throwing
Flame
rocks?
Informer. That's the name of the brand.
Oh,
And
wow.
I mean, no joke, gang. We are
this-
gonna.
the flavor is I hate you.
That flavor sounds just really mean. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is.
We
It's
got-
meant to be mean.
Okay. All right. The flavor is I hate you. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll work that. But yeah, we're really into the hot stuff challenge stuff. We're moving. You know, we're having some fun with it as we bring our Twitch into the limelight here.
The heck?
If you don't know, if you subscribe to us on Twitch, you get access to our Discord where we talk about hot stuff and anime all the time. And Reiner's Pupper,
Yeah,
right, which
careful how
I
you
think is very cute.
unite those topics.
Yeah.
Well, okay, it was clear. We got context, Reiner. Come on.
Got a little yeah, your lips kind of start to tingle.
Yeah, you get a lip tingle
Wild.
from Wild. Yeah, Wild is actually like a
Yeah.
really hot wing. Like it's like what 35 to
good.
50k Scoville. Yeah. Then you
Yeah.
just the blazing is on another level of existence. Carolina Reaper is just like one of the meanest peppers out there.
Oh.
And it does cause me stomach
Yeah.
irritation every time I have anything related to Carolina Reaper.
Why are you doing it then?
I'm trying to build up a resistance. I'm trying to build up a tolerance. You know,
Good luck to you.
before they blast me into space, Reiner, I want to be inoculated against the heat.
All right.
right.
Avoid the fire
Yeah, for people
lizards.
joining us while we're talking about wings, every time Marcus dies while playing, we eat a different buffalo wing of increasing intensity. So there, look
Yeah.
at that.
It's a concept that we
Oh, Jesus.
Marcus, it's the same lizards.
You don't understand. They gang up on you. What?
Oh my god.
What?
All right, well,
All right. I'm going to do a desert
not-
heat. Marcus,
I'm
you
not
chill.
going to blazing until we're in hour 2, so I'm still going to be
Okay, you're
wild.
talking right now, Dan. Marcus, just
Yeah,
grab
okay.
a wing.
I'm going to do mango
right.
habanero.
So yeah, we do have the sort of death challenge set up. I can't believe Marcus is dying to these baby lizards. I got to get him. Chat, tell me, am I wrong? Marcus needs to put that shield down, start two-handing a weapon. I can get him the meat cleaver. All right, I can make him a soul soldier. All right, I can turn him into one of us. But he's got to be willing to put that thing down and pick up a real weapon, and just get in there. You know, with teeth gnashing, rolling around. Yeah, exactly. Just press buttons when you need more damage. Isn't that what Souls games are all about? Pressing buttons for more damage. Anyway, we'll see if chat's got my back or if they want to continue watching timid Marcus, a different version of Marcus that I haven't seen in these Souls series before. By the way, all jokes aside, I love Marcus's playstyle. I love the progression. I love it that he's playing through this game that that he put down because he that he hasn't conquered, and we're going to do it together. So, all jokes aside, yeah, I'm giving him a little crap, but that's just because those of you who have seen the way that I like to play these games is very different. Where I just kind of bash my head into something until it falls over. Maybe I'll die a couple times on the way. You never know. Lots of rolling. We like rolling.
All right, I just did a desert heat, and there's no heat there.
Yes.
They need to.
Yeah. Okay.
That's false advertising.
Told you.
The big heat. The big heat is there for y'all if you want it. No one ever said the desert heat was
I mean, the chart says it's next to the Carolina Reaper, so you would think it would be.
It is
pretty hot. Yes, it is. It's in the same heat category.
That is definitely.
So
not
you would
true.
think like, oh, it's probably pretty hot.
All right, I'm having a wild wing, and no, it is not even.
But the mango habanero that I just ate, super hot. My mouth's.
The difference is like a zillion different Scoville. All right, whatever.
Well, I mean, don't yell at me. I ain't put it in the category with the hottest. You should take it up.
All right, I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, I gotta look this up, Marcus. It's a dry rub, so it might be in a different category.
Oh wait, I didn't need to fight those guys. I think they just ignore you until you open.
All right, you gotta quit dying on salamanders, man.
Yeah. I once came up with a salamander superhero as a kid. His name was
What was his name?
Saloman. Because it was, it's pretty easy, right? Also, I can't get out of this little corner. He was a guy that had the powers of a salamander, all of them. You know the ones. He could stick to walls. He could produce slime that he could shoot out from his arms. And his
like his fingers or like his armpits?
No, he would it was like his forearms. He would just kind of almost like Mega Man, kind of point his arm out and slime would come out. Yeah.
That's cool.
Salaman the Salamander. I like it.
Yeah, Salaman. Well, no, he's half man, half salamander. And his arch nemesis was a Komodo, like an anthropomorphic Komodo dragon. It's kind of like the lizard from Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. And his name was just Komodo. And I made
very, very clever.
Well, I mean, it's better than the lizard.
Yeah, Duke will update the death counter on the next death.
Okay, yeah.
Marcus has to do that manually.
I can do that now because nothing's happening.
Someday I'll just have a button I can press to up the counter, but I'll try to get that ready for next week. Yeah. It's a little bit more challenging since we have to.
Dude, Marcus.
See.
The desert heat is right next to Asian Zing.
No, on my website, no, it's not. No, it's not. I swear I looked on mine. It was the last one.
You're not going to real Wild Wings. We've already established this. I can't. It's next to Asian Zing in Sizzlin'. It's not. It's in the orange category. It's not even touching red. Red is screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. What is in your screaming category?
Caribbean jerk, Thai curry, hot barbecue, hot mango habanero, wild and blazing.
Wait, all of those are in screaming, like the top category.
Broad bucket.
Okay, because then it has to vary by location, because you set your location and then it gives you the menu there. Because my top only has 2, and then all the ones you just listed are in the tier below it, like hot.
My top also has 2, wild and blazing.
But also
next Friday. Next Friday, we're sending a camera crew with you. We're gonna find out where you're getting your wings from.
Yeah, Duke, it's likely, Duke. We'll see what form that takes shape with everything going on, but sure.
It's gonna be like fake Buffalo Wild Wings, like fake Starbucks.
Though my Buffalo Wild Wings is also seemingly in dire straits at the moment. So.
Yes, that is true. All right, Marcus. Where are we going? We're going back to the beginning. What are we doing?
Sorry, I got turned around.
What are we doing?
I got turned around.
Starbucks.
Reiner's strange revelation threw me. Okay, here we go. Here's the tunnel. Oh, that guy's waiting for me.
Nathan, for you, dumb Starbucks. You ever see it?
I have not.
No,
I haven't.
You guys have not seen dumb. Oh my god.
I've never seen Nathan for you.
Yeah, I haven't either, Marcus. Don't feel bad. Yeah. And people tell me all the time that I'd love it, and I still haven't seen it.
It's the best.
See? Every time it comes up, people love it, and I guess I owe it to myself to check it out. It's been talked up immensely. All right, Uncharted Steve says confirms that it's in the wild category in Florida. I probably will. I love binging shows. I haven't had a good show binge in a while.
I'm the worst binger. Like 2 episodes in one sitting is enough for me. I start feeling anxious.
If I binge a series, man, I don't. It's like I start to like, I have to peel myself off of the furniture when I'm done with it.
Like getting wild for me is, you know what? I think I'll fit in a third.
All right.
So I'm not surprised Florida is doing the spices wrong. It's very clearly that thing has nothing.
I mean,
I
Florida
don't think it's
being
meant to
wrong
be.
at something that would not shock me at all.
It's not meant to be one of the super spicers, right?
No, it's right in the.
All right,
orange, yeah.
Marcus, careful.
I gotta get my
There are
souls
salad
down in the
members.
corner.
Here's your friends.
All right, Salaman. There we go. Did it. Ta-da. Oh, what the? What? Oh, what? Oh, dogs.
Oh God, please.
From
no.
lizards to dogs. I need to heal.
Is this a nobleman?
No, this is
I don't
dogs.
think No, there's no nobleman down here. There's like a switch he's got to hit to get the next shortcut, though. Well, to get the next progression.
Jeez.
He's really close, though. And then Reiner, we finally get to fight a boss. So we'll have a lot of death here in hour 2.
All right, is that it? It's a freaking zoo down here.
Marcus and the Miracle Shield are not going to be able to handle this thing.
This is the shield of justice. Look at it. Look at that.
It's great.
It's guarded from so
And
many
I
things.
can't wait to watch your progression from the timid shield user to the Chad two-handed wielder.
I was gonna say from the timid shield to an even bigger shield.
Oh, you could show me up, but I don't think you're gonna.
Yeah.
If I could pick up the Tower Knight shield, I would.
That's a good one. That's true. That's what Holly says is true. He has not died to non-reptile creatures yet this game.
That is a important distinction. All right. Are you guys gonna come at me? Yes, you are. You guys should just.
You're getting a lot of souls.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Get in there. Ah.
We gotta get him there. All right, we gotta get him there. He's almost to the wheel of turning.
Oh, what?
Yeah, we're into hour 2 here. 2 deaths, not bad.
That's actually pretty good.
Are you just eating stuff, Dan?
Ice cubes. I like to eat ice cubes.
Oh, okay. I thought you just secretly ate another wing. I'm like, what's going on over here? Huh?
I got a thing for having ice. I don't know. I like ice.
That's fair.
I don't know what that says about me.
Says you're a cool cat. Also getting dangerously low on grass.
Was that audible? I won't do it again.
So my girlfriend and I, during the pandemic, we've been renting out cabins and stuff like that. Going on, looking for places you can rent out and stuff like that. There are these tree houses you can get. Have you seen these things?
Tree houses.
Yeah, they're just like houses on
Turn the wheel,
stilts.
Marcus.
Some of them don't look like they're built very well at all.
All right,
So
don't
these-
jump down,
this
Marcus.
little-
Turn the wheel.
Wait. Sorry.
Little thing you're
Sorry.
under. Do what?
We have to make sure that
Oh,
he turns
turn
the
the wheel,
wheel.
okay.
Otherwise, we're not going to progress. So he was going to walk right by it. So I had to interrupt. Okay,
For
tree
people should go
houses.
on like Verbro or whatever. Yeah, look up the tree houses and take a look at those. They're some of them are crazy. Like I would never go in some of them.
How high are
They
they?
look like they're gonna fall over at any minute.
Okay.
How
I gotta
high?
check this
How
out.
high up are they?
But they have like queen beds. They're a few stories.
Okay. On stilts?
Yeah, Yeah, seriously. And some of them look as rickety as all get up. Like these stilts right here. This is what it's reminding me of.
Okay.
Marcus, turn around. You can just jump right off now.
Here,
Sure.
I'll boot one up on my phone and show you.
E.
And now
How'd
the
that?
fire is gone. And now we can go down the fire path. And that's going to take us, well, we'll see. I hope you're ready, Marcus. I'm sure you are.
As long as I've got my shield by my side, I'm ready
You know
for
what?
anything.
I'm going to tell you, this boss ain't bad, but I don't know if Marcus style is going to be able to handle it.
I think Marcus style is probably the only style, the best style.
The shield of justice.
I am the king of Marcus style. Okay, so I need to go back to the lava floor area, right? Oh wait,
The lava's gone
no,
now.
no.
The floor is no longer lava. So do you remember where the lava was? You remember you wanted to go in it the first time.
Yeah, it's definitely not that way.
You wanted to go play around in it. I remember.
Who wouldn't?
You were like, Dan, can I go in there? I'm like, no. Okay. It's
I mean,
lava. That's
honestly,
hot.
like no lie, lava is one of those substances that I really wish I could touch without it harming me. 'Cause I would love to know what it feels like to hold lava.
It's very harmful. And
I know
that-
that's what sucks is that we'll never know. I mean, hopefully we'll never know. But I would love to just stick my arm and move it around. Like I want to know how viscous it feels, all that good stuff. If there was just a way to do that without the consequences, I want that.
All right. We've learned today that Marcus has a thing for lava.
Who does not want? Have you not looked at like lava and just ever wondered, like, man? Just wanna
I mean,
dip
it looks cool, yeah. I wouldn't want to touch it. It's molten, okay?
I mean, you wish you could touch it and have it not hurt you.
Yeah,
But
feels
you
like
would-
burning. I think Holly's
Yeah.
right. Probably feels like burning.
I wonder how thick it feels, like how soupy it is. Is it more liquidy? Is it more gelatinous?
Wow. All right.
These are the questions.
Cool. They're definitely questions.
Like if I was ever like Superman, I would not fight crime. I would just be doing all kinds of dumb crap like that. Like, hey, I'm invincible now. I'm gonna shove my hand in this volcano so I can finally find out what.
I mean, I'm
lava
sure
feels
Superman.
like.
I'm sure there's an undiscovered comic where that's all he does. He's like, hey, can I do this? I can't do this.
Yeah, like
And
I
it's
would.
just like, well,
Why wouldn't
you
you?
know,
That's all I would do too.
I get that. I
Yeah,
get that
I'd be
angle.
like up on the moon. Yeah, just doing all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah,
You
stare
get
at.
bored of it though. You're like, yeah, whatever. You know, put my arm in some lava. It's not a thing anymore. You know.
But then you got to shove your head into it. You got to keep raising the stakes.
Oh, I mean, you can do that too. You'd still probably be bored.
I mean, there was an. We know lava doesn't hurt him, so.
All right, Marcus is gonna die here.
Excuse me?
Get ready to eat a wing.
I rebuke that.
You dodged the burning barrels. So that was pretty good. I guess you might win.
Can't get me when I'm behind this banister. Look at this.
Yeah, you
Ha.
can. Yeah, you can.
Anyway, you
Wow.
got to look up tree houses. I can't find anything.
Oh,
We'll get some. I'll take a look. Look at this. This is
just getting my stamina back.
yeah. I see. It's very methodical. Very the thinking man's player, Marcus.
Oh, like I got his leggings.
You did.
They're official.
In fact, the entire official set might do something.
Yeah. Still,
know.
they got the tag on them still.
They do have the tag on them still.
You gotta let them
Oh,
know.
fog door. Oh, there wasn't a button. That's okay. I have a feeling there's one pretty close.
I have one healing grass left. I think I have a couple of the bigger ones, but
You probably have a whole stash, right, back home?
I do have a few stash back home, but not like a ton. I have one of these, and then I
Yeah,
have...
it's probably because you're just walking up to everything, face tanking it, and then healing through it, right? I mean, that's a way to play this game. I'm just, hey, I'm just, just throwing it out there.
You see that, Dan? That looks nice, right?
It looks like a nice interior, yes.
Okay, now wait till you see what it's built on.
It's like a pretty classy modern cabin.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? The Netherworld stage in the Mortal Kombat movie, the first one, when
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Cage fights Scorpion.
I see that.
Yeah, like the weird kind of like scaffolding
Wow.
that they were on.
So it's just on stilts, like a Baba Yaga.
Look on a
palace.
mountain.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like to stay in that, but I guess it's kind of cool too. Like you got the novelty, right?
Yeah, that's what people do. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
I
it's
gotta
not
fix
windy.
I bet it's like $1 bazillion to stay at that too, right?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
It's cheaper than that new Star Wars hotel.
Well, yeah.
I really want to stay at.
That thing's amazing.
Oh my god.
I want to go to that so bad.
It's like infuriating that they can get away with charging that much, but they know damn well we're gonna pay for it. They're like, you want to stay here. Like
Yeah.
you'll pony up.
Okay, so we do have a boss coming up here. Obviously, Marcus can't see chat, which is good because you tried to spoil the boss for him.
Oh.
Naughty chat. Dan, do you think Elden Rings will have equipment like Dark Souls or ability move upgrades like Sekiro? I think it will have equipment like Dark Souls.
It appears to be immobile.
I think it probably will also have ability to move upgrades after a fashion, but I think it's going to be closer to Souls in many respects than. If you're hoping it's going to be like Sekiro, I would say that's off base. It's going to be Souls with some open world stuff. That's it, and that's good. That's a good thing. I think it's going to be really cool. Everything we've seen from it so far has looked amazing. Environmental clues.
Spiders.
I hate spiders.
Rock beast.
All right, get ready to eat a wing. We're in hour 2 here, but I think I'll save the blazing wing for his next death because he's going to come back here a few times.
What if he beats it?
It's if he plays the way he's been playing, ain't no chance.
Uh-oh. Damn, Marcus.
If he beats it, I'll eat 3 wing. I'll eat 2 blazing wings if he beats it on the first try.
Just put them in both cheeks like a chipmunk. Just suck it on.
Wait, hang on.
Mouth?
I lose every direction this though because I have to eat a wing if he dies anyway. So if he beats it, there's like a double lot. Whatever. I said I'd do it, so whatever. He ain't gonna beat it.
What is it?
It's a spider.
It's a
What are you gonna
spider.
do, Marcus?
Oh, jeez. Oh, stop.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he got you.
Looks like your shield didn't save you there, huh?
I didn't know what he was shooting at me. All right. Fire.
You're gonna get webbed up.
Oh, 3. Wow, that was lucky. I didn't expect
Yeah,
that.
look at that. Let's fireballs.
Wow! You're the chosen one.
Okay, I was like, I don't know how long I can stay in front of him. Okay, looks like he's...
What's he doing?
Wait, what?
Marcus, what's he doing? He's gonna play with you, I think.
Alright, I don't want to get greedy.
He's signaling he wants to play. Oh, you want to get greedy? This
Alright,
is.
that didn't do a ton of damage.
This is a fight to the death.
Kind of cute.
He's got 1 eye? Oh, no, he's got a few eyes.
You're actually doing more damage to him than I thought with that little. Oh, whatever.
He looks
Hit
like
him with that toothpick.
Looks like a Doom enemy.
You know, it kind of does.
Yeah.
His
It does.
retrofitted
It really
model.
does.
Oh, uh-oh.
I still think they did a really good. Like, this could never be conveyed in the original fight. Like, this is part of it, but this sets. They did. There's a couple of battles in this game that the size and scale of it is so much better due to the remake. We'll get to one of them.
So cool looking. Oh my god.
One of my favorites we'll get to in a few weeks, but
A few weeks.
and that fight's really easy too. But it's oh.
I'm okay. Alright.
So let me get this straight. The strategy is to stand in one place.
If this spider sneezed, do you think it'd shoot out a fireball and the webbing at the same time, or just one or the other?
It would.
Both? It'd do both?
I think so. Yeah. I believe in you, Marcus. You got this.
Alright, I'm mad that...
You're doing really well.
I mean, serious Sam, there's tons of strategies. There's a lot of different ways you can beat this boss. I have no doubt that the strategy that Marcus is employing will work as well. I bet it takes a lot of grass, though.
How much grass does he have?
I have
Not enough.
3. I have these 2, and I have these 2 half ones, and then 1, like, full health grass.
Timid Marcus.
It's so cool looking.
It is.
That
Reiner,
lighting, yeah.
There's some really impressive bosses in this one. Like, they did some stuff with one of the later. But again, I don't want to spoil it for anybody because we're gonna get to it. But like, wow, what a fight!
Okay, dodged the webbing that time. Alright.
It was one of the fights that I was just like, I was taken aback how well they did it in this remake.
Alright, too close. Too close, man. Too close, man.
Okay.
Is Too Close Man one of your heroes from childhood?
Yeah, right. Salamando and Too
Hey,
Close.
Salaman, sir.
Salaman.
Put some respect on that name.
Salaman the salami vendor.
I wrote 5 whole issues of that comic, which if you're a collector, let me know if you're interested. And I can probably dig through
I'm
my
a collector.
I can dig through my mom's attic and maybe find them.
Yeah, Reiner's a collector, like for real.
I should send those off to get graded.
You should. They're one of a kind
Yeah.
too. The print run was only 1.
Probably a 9.8.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Can we start a campaign to add Salaman to the MCU?
Sure. We're starting it right after this
You
fight.
get Too Close Man in there as well. I'm all about it.
Okay.
Ooh, Too Close, man. I like that one.
Yeah.
What's Too Close Man's power?
He's just always like right up on like
He's
Iron
right
Man or
behind
Captain
you.
America.
Right?
And they-
He's just like,
yeah, he's always right there.
Just uncomfortably
And he's like,
close.
I can't help it.
He just makes the bad guys feel uncomfortable and they turn themselves in.
But the thing is, if you're too far away from him, he like explodes or something, right? And just, he always has to be close to something.
Gotcha. Superpowers, truly a gift and a curse.
they're pretty cool. Superpowers would be nice. I'd like some.
Yeah. Imagine all the volcanoes you can swim around in.
You in the volcano. That's just your thing. Like, you know,
Marcus really
fly
I mean,
around.
if nothing else, I learned that Marcus really likes fire today. Although I don't think he's going to like it so much in a minute.
This girl. Not today. Not this time.
That was a nice dodge. That was a nice dodge. See what you did there? You rolled out of the
Dodge
way of an
that
attack.
though. All right, I got him below halfway health.
You did. It was a good first attempt, no doubt. All right. Yeah, we're on wild still.
All right, I will update the death counter.
I'll switch to blazing after the the next death.
Go wild again. Hot. Are you eating right now, Marcus?
I'll wait if you guys are eating.
Okay, I'll eat.
I need to actually go get some grass, so I'm gonna go grind for a bit.
We have the new best grind. We have one of the best grind spots in the game now. Go to where you killed the tower knight. Go back and kill the 2 knights right behind him.
Oh, really? Okay. Oh, the 2 blue knights.
That's your new best grind spot ever. If you feel you need to grind.
I very much do. Remember me, boys?
I'm gonna get some sauces, Dan. I'm gonna change it up.
Okay.
I might even like dip the wild wings in the sauces.
I'm into this. I like what I'm hearing.
Like hybrid. New inventions.
A little birdie told me that we were actually going to have some really special craft hot sauce coming to the show soon. But I'm not going to say anything more about that right now. We'll see.
Duke Faison says, "Too Close Man is always there for you. Little close to times, but can be emotional support, giving you a hug." I like that. Holly Spice Wolf adds, "Does it make him the greatest or worst spy ever?" Well, that's a fair question. Always behind it. You just never know, right?
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Game Informer, says Claimed Walnut. Hello.
It's Too Close.
Welcome.
Is Too Close Man basically the butler from Mr. Deeds?
So for this farm,
always-
for this
I don't know
farm,
what that
Marcus,
is.
Oh,
for
yeah.
this farm, Marcus,
Mr. Deed.
Marcus, you only kill the 2 knights downstairs, and then you go back to the bonfire. It's an immediate reset.
Okay. I got a
Very fast.
But
You brought up an Adam Sandler movie?
yeah. I mean, it was one of his last good ones.
Oh, yeah, it made 171 million.
Yeah, I'd probably say Mr. Deeds was kind of the end of an era, right? Because what
An
was
era you'd call
of like
you can call
Adam
call
of like
that.
enjoyable Adam Sandler comedies,
Yeah.
like that.
Adapted from Mr. Deeds Goes to Town.
So you just click on it again,
That's
and
right.
it's like a very quick restart. This is a very fast farm for grass. Should you ever find yourself needing some?
Mr. Deeds Goes to Town was a 1936 comedy drama romance starring Gary Cooper.
Yeah. Have you never
Gary
seen Mr.
Cooper.
Deeds, Reiner? Like the Adam Sandler.
You know,
Mr.
I don't
Deeds?
know. I look at those covers and I'm like, that looks like everything he's done.
That is totally fair. Oh, what is
And you
this?
probably wouldn't. You
I
wouldn't
don't
be
think
wrong.
I have with Winona Ryder. I think I'd remember that.
Yeah.
Marcus, you're carrying too much. I don't know. You probably got tons of grass somewhere. I don't know what you're carrying, but like you can't pick up anymore.
Yeah, I saw. I mean,
Does that mean you have a full like register of grass back home in the bank, or what?
I don't think of that grass. I doubt it, but I can check. Let me just deal with this guy.
Clean out your excess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How could I?
You got a bunch of junk in your inventory we got to clean out.
All right. Let's do it. Spring cleaning.
A little spice in the mouth.
Oh, actually, I haven't eaten my wing yet, so I'll do that when I go back to the Nexus.
How did your item weight full? You didn't pick up anything. All right.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why I
curious.
was wondering too. All right.
Anyway, thanks for being here with us, folks. We got another 40 minutes of Souls coming your way.
What are you drinking today, Dan?
Same thing I drink every day. Bang.
Yeah, but what flavor? We gotta ask this.
Cotton candy.
What do you got
Cotton
there?
candy.
Okay.
Cotton candy on the weekends. All right, that's the rule. It's radical skedaddle during the week and cotton candy on the weekends.
Wait, what'd you say? Rattle?
Radical skedaddle.
Okay. What
It's kind of
flavor
like
is that like?
it's kind of like Skittles.
Oh,
Yeah.
you've
It's
really
tasty.
honed in on your flavors and when to drink them.
Yeah. It's becoming a problem. Yeah, I agree. Hey, thanks, Super Serious Sam. Thanks so much for coming. Yeah, so the things that are weighing you down, Marcus, this is your item inventory, so you have to look at your items, not your equipment. So like consumables, rocks, that kind of thing.
Okay. So I just dump them on this guy, right?
Yeah.
Just dump them on his head. Just
All right. Let's
So yeah,
see.
get rid of all that stuff, but there's probably a stacks of consumables you've got somewhere.
All these shards.
Yeah, that still shouldn't be taking up that much, but as you can see, your item weight's going down pretty quickly, but we need to get rid of a lot more than that.
Flamed Walnut says I platinumed Demon Souls remake, and I gotta say it was a pain, just a big grind. What do you think of that, Dan?
I never go for platinums. I just don't care about achievements, so I don't even know what it entails.
Yeah. What is this hair ornament? I don't even know I had this.
I don't know, but put all the stuff that you're not using in here from your items.
Is that useful? I'm just curious about what that is.
No.
I didn't realize I had it. Let's see.
I know. Hey, Rabbit, not believe me. I trying to get him to get rid of the shield. Believe me, doesn't want to do it.
Oh, Dan has a shield ally.
Yeah, go for the Bloodborne. Obviously, Bloodborne I think is a lot more fun to play than Demon Souls, but this remake is great, right? Like this is certainly the best version of Demon Souls. I know there's not like a whole many to pick from here, but
What do you think of the throwing knives? Are those useful at all? I forgot I had those too.
anything you're not using, okay?
I mean, that's
so
that's like
put all
everything
that
here,
armor
basically.
away.
Well, you said
Yeah, claimed Walnut. Check in with us later when you get the platinum in Bloodborne. I'd be curious to see if that's a grind too or if it's different.
That's the thing. Like with those things, like it's always like did you beat it or not? Like sure, but like it's always like do X, Y, get every weapon to what X, Y, and Z. I'm just not. I just don't chase that. But if you're into that thing, that's cool.
what is this ring? Oh, I can't move it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you want to keep the claimed ring on, by the way. The stuff that you have equipped, keep on.
I can't move any of
The
this
cling
stuff.
ring.
Oh no, I'm not
Oh,
taking
God.
that off. No. I like that. Also, that still
I'm,
sounds like a
having
weird...
flashbacks to the Mega Man Legend Super Replay where Tim sold all of his stuff.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. This is storage for one thing. So
Yeah, I remember that.
just put all that armor you're not using, I guess, in here too, just in case.
Why not? All two of them. All right, our official pants and our underwear, and that'll do it. All right, so we should.
You'll never
Wait, what is that?
see Dan Tack in underwear, just the loincloth.
Wait, I have another shield.
A loincloth
Whoa!
is underwear.
When did I
Yeah,
get
look
that?
at that. Look at that
What?
amazing shield.
Look at that.
We're gonna have to get that equipped, man. Oh,
When
that's
did
great.
When did that happen? Oh man. Oh wait, can I wear it? Is it too big? Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's like my
Wow,
whole body. Can't even.
Definitely making progress.
You can't even see him anymore.
Yeah, look at how strong. Wow, I can't wait. Okay.
Oh man. Oh, Dan, look at. Oh man, we gotta.
I know. Hey, you ready to go fight the spider?
Hell yeah! Look at that. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm excited. I'm really excited about this new shield.
That's like
tell you.
that's like the Ferrari of shields, really.
The Chalice dungeon requirement in Bloodborne is a bit of a slog. Yeah, Chalice dungeons were probably, if I had to pick a weak point for that game, the Chalice dungeons are definitely it. But, you do need to do it for plat, right? Because you need to go all the way down to Yharnam Queen, I think. But Chalice dungeons are whatever. They're there if you want to do them. I never do on my runs. They're just a pain and they're really grindy. But the game itself, you don't have to do them, right? I guess if for the platinum, you probably do, but. Favorite super replay to do? That's a really good question. God.
Tale of the Sun.
Which one
That
should I
was
pick?
that was a true adventure for Dan and I.
I almost bought that game because it had Super Replay at the time. I looked into it.
Really? That game made you want to. Wow.
I didn't pull the trigger, but I did add it to my cart.
Yeah, I was
know-
drawing my map, and Dan was in rare form. Dan Reichert,
Right.
Not
I wasn't on that
our
one.
beloved Dan Tack. Yeah, you weren't born yet.
That's exactly correct.
It was many moons ago.
It was many moons ago.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Martian Gothic.
Oh, Martian Gothic.
A game so bad that I can't.
Yeah,
help
but
love it.
boy, that was quite the adventure too.
Wait, what? Punch.
Although, recently I've gone back and I've had some more. I've gone back and watched some of the ones that I really didn't enjoy at the time. Like, what was that stupid adventure game that JV made us play? I don't remember.
Oh,
the
my
detective
goodness.
one.
Yeah,
Tex
the PC
Murphy?
game.
Tex
Yeah,
Murphy.
Tex
That's right.
Murphy.
That's right. It's grown on me. It's grown on me.
Ugh, yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah, Tex Murphy and Under a Killing Moon, I believe it was. That was a game. All right. There's been there's so many good ones, right? Yes. OT. I constantly hear how good the Dark Souls one is we did, and I like doing that one. But I gotta tell you, my memory wasn't perfect for Souls 1 during that, so it was kind of fuzzy. But I'm glad we got through that. And we did Dark Souls 3. In fact, we've done almost all the Souls now, I think, on Super Replay. I had a great time doing that with Tim. We did that for the Dark Souls 3 cover story. I think we punched out like 7 episodes in one day during one of those weekends. That was pretty wild.
Wow.
This hallway's giving you some fits, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the farm hallway.
Yeah, they are.
This is where you come to get grass.
He's been near death a couple times here.
I'm glad you like it, Odie. Yeah, like I was pretty just like I didn't remember a lot of stuff on the first half, but it started to come together by the end. I think 1 is probably the game I've played the least of all of them through at this point. Front to back. It was great going through it with Tim, though. Just even the farming episode, I think, is a classic where we just sat there and killed stuff. So get some good stuff in there. Yeah. So while I may not have memorized the locations of some of the stuff, I think the sort of meta stuff that like how to approach situations and all that stuff, I think still came out really nicely, and I'm glad that was useful to you, and I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Didn't like that. Gonna run that back.
Someone's phone ringing?
I hear it. I
that's
heard you.
my
I thought it was
phone.
me, Reiner.
It's on vibrate.
I thought it was me.
I just noticed.
I was like,
I heard
"Is
the
that me?
vibrating through my headphones. It was like it's
Am
on.
I vibrating?
No, it's my
Is it
my phone vibrating.
Is it
It's
an
not.
angry grandma calling for earlier comments?
Okay, you know what? I didn't have that.
Grandma
comment was not-
Gate?
Yeah.
You know what? That comment was not anything against anybody's grandma. It was saying that
My
grandma.
my grandma is pretty good at Souls, Dan. So I took.
I
offense to
believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Where do you think I
100%.
got it from?
I was saying that Marcus was playing like baking cookies and having great times.
What have you got
Right?
against baking cookies and having good
Yeah.
times? What the heck?
No, I don't have.
I
was-
bake
it was
cookies a lot.
compliment.
I baked
It was a compliment.
I baked cookies last week actually, and I died now.
And bring up the shovel prop. You're digging your own hole here.
Yeah, I am.
You see, I died because I was so distressed by her.
All
I
right.
don't,
let's eat.
I don't know farm run. All right, we're doing a blazing wing. Let's get in there.
Yeah, Dan, that's a good way to save yourself here.
Yeah. That way
All
I
right,
won't be
I'm
able to talk at all.
gonna eat too.
Yeah, you guys eat. I'm gonna go retrieve my souls.
Blazing time. This is 2 million Scoville, folks. This is the good one. This is what you're here for. All right, here comes pain.
All right. Got our souls back. I'm gonna let this guy go. I would like to. I should start killing those little guys just to get some extra souls. They're not hard. Just trying to go for a backstab there. It didn't work. That's all right.
Oh. You know,
There we go.
the Reaper.
There we go.
The Reaper is like an insidious pepper. It doesn't hit you all really right away. It just keeps coming and getting hotter. And it's not a tingle.
First stand.
It's like a burn.
Where does it hit you first?
The lips, and then the tongue, and then the back of the throat. I think that's because of the way you eat a wing, right? Like with the Reaper jelly bean, it's a little different.
Yeah, really. Then the tummy, it just
Oh
tightens
god,
her up.
yeah. It does. Like sometimes, like the more, if there's too much Reaper, I really do like get a stomach pain. Oh, it's not no, it's not coughing. Let's get a stomach ache, right? Like cramps. It's like it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, just like it feels tight.
Yeah.
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 What'd you eat, Marcus? Yeah, one of those. Okay, cool.
But
Looks like you're handling it well. Yeah.
I think the tolerance is going up here, folks, because like I couldn't even like I think the first week that we did blazing, I don't think I could form a sentence or do much after I had it.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't. I still can't. You're in a better shape than I am.
I've been training. I've been training on those jelly beans.
Have you just been popping those for fun?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh yeah, but the Reaper, like the Reaper, doesn't stop being mean. Like I think I'm starting to handle it better, but it's still really rough, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's intense.
Okay.
Nice job though.
Yes.
You're not boogery or anything.
Yeah. I'm holding it down.
Okay. Oh, to answer your question, Reiner, I had excuse me. I had the spicy garlic.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good flavor.
Yeah, you caught me right as I shoved it into my mouth. So.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
All right. Do you think I'm ready? I just remember to fight that one knight that was in this area in the beginning that everyone said don't fight that guy.
The Red Eyes Knight, you can take him. I mean, actually, no, you're not ready to take anything until you get rid of that stupid shield. But
Does he give you?
Yeah. Go do
good souls?
do the Red Eyes night.
you can do the Red Eyes Knight.
Yeah, 'cause I remember where he is, and I feel
Everybody
like
wants to see me eat another blazing wing, so go ahead and do it.
yeah, let's do it. He's like at the beginning. Maybe
Yeah. Number 2 was the worst. Remember.
You can't do it. Yeah, I know. Reiner, there's that because that's the thing about the Carolina Reaper. It's like if we're talking about video games here, it's kind of like a damage over time thing that stacks, right? You get one stack of fire on you, it's one thing. You get that second stack added onto that.
And then you get the poison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just taken away.
It's pretty rough. I know that, Bartholomew. Don't tell him that.
Look at him go.
Yeah, look at him go. I think he's in the wrong area.
True.
Well, no, I got to go back.
Oh, that's
to
right.
The dude.
Yeah, you got to go up that. You got to go up that stairway.
I remember where he is.
All right. Hey, Duke. He's going for the Red Eyes Knight. Believe me, you want him to go to the Red Eyes Knight because that's gonna. It will likely result in another blazing wing.
Oh, maybe we don't even get there. Oh, jeez, look at that.
We're doing blazing in the second half an hour.
Okay,
here,
I can one shot everybody now. Okay.
As Marcus.
They're going wild.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. Wait, how did I get behind him?
That could be you, Marcus. That could be you if you put the shield away and start swinging.
Look. There we go. That guy stopped me. Look, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Everyone's dead. I'm not dead. What more can you ask for?
Take this opportunity here to thank everybody for joining us today for this special episode of Super Replay Hotter Than Hell. We do appreciate you hanging out with us. We love having you here and checking out us live on Twitch. And by the way, I know if you are subbed on Twitch, you do get access to the VIP Game Informer Discord where we hang out both during the workday and after the workday. Reiner posts dog pictures there. Some of us talk about anime, we talk about games. Sometimes we play games. We do get community events going. Try and do more of those. So come be a part of the community if you want.
Played Rocket League with a couple people.
Oh.
Reiner played Rocket League with a couple people. I didn't even know that. See, there's all kinds of stuff going on there all the time. Marcus has upgraded his sword. We have one upgrade on the sword so far, I believe.
Yes.
Just so you know, to answer that chat inquiry, He is not using a +0 sword right now.
I beat you. I beat you.
You did. Wow.
He's just collecting every soul he comes across.
Oh,
Yeah.
This guy, look, he's stretching. He thinks he's.
I'm very impressed with Marcus.
What is he doing?
Today, he's stretching. He's getting ready to fight you.
He thinks he's having a good. He doesn't even know I'm here.
He's not allowed to stretch. You gotta get his stretches in before the workout.
He didn't even know he was gonna fight. He's just being lazy, relaxing, thinking today was gonna be an easy day. And that guy, he's just dead. But all right. Almost there. We're almost there. Mr. Spearman.
We are almost there.
Go, boom, boom, boom.
And Duke says he was distracting you so that the other one could shoot bolts at you, which is
It's a prime strat. The old stretch distraction.
It is a pro strat.
All right, there he is. You can see his face glowing from here.
Kind of like a mini boss. From likes to put these
All right.
the other-eyed knight at the beginning. They did this in Dark Souls 3. They do this all the time. What am I saying? That's why I was able to accurately predict every boss in
I'm
the
gonna
ring.
throw a firebomb at him. Watch
Hey,
this.
question for you about NPCs doing things. There's that Ryan Reynolds movie that came out, Free Guy. I haven't seen it. Heard it's great though. Heard it's really fun. Video game movie where he's an NPC and he learns about it and tries to become a hero. What kind of NPC would you want to be in a game? We'll start with you, Dan Tack.
I want to be a boss.
No,
not
you
an
gotta be
NPC.
You gotta be
Wait, you
like
want
a
me to be a
townsfolk
vendor?
person.
No. All right, well, yeah, I'll be like the guy who attacks you in town that you don't think is going to attack you then.
Oh, what? He caught me.
Oh, Marcus!
I had him. You see how
All right,
he
there's
almost
Blazing number 2. What about you, Marcus?
Blazing 2 is coming up. Here we go. This is 2 million Scoville units of fun.
But yeah, I would want to be. I want to be someone that dies, but it has to be like in a cutscene. Like I want to be the character that dies to kind of show you what can happen to you. Like the guy in the beginning of Dead Space 2 with the explodey face. I want to be used as like a benchmark for what's to come. Because then that NPC becomes memorable, right? Like everyone remembers that random dude at the beginning of Dead Space 2. I want something like that. Like,
But knowing you come back then, right?
yes. Oh, because like the thing with that movie is like that's like my job, right? I just do that over and over again. So yeah, I mean, it seems
It's kind of like Westworld, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's better than just being a dude on the street that doesn't do anything. At least you kind of feel like a semi-significant role.
I mean, Duke, I actually do look exactly like that guy in Confidential Mission. But that's an enemy. They sort of have to be like town NPCs, according to the rules of this one.
Yeah, you can't be a hero, Dan. You just keep trying to sell yourself as a hero.
I want to be a hero. Yeah, you said I could be anything.
Are you saying the normal?
I said an NPC.
NPCs can be heroes too.
You saying our normal?
You can be a former one that now has like a.
I took an arrow in the knee.
Yeah.
I mean, people love that guy. I'd love to be that guy.
Oh God. Yeah, the second one is always worse.
Oh, can I have ragdoll physics? I want that too.
Oh. Okay.
I don't like how you're selling yourself up for comedic death there, Marcus.
I mean, that's kind of what a lot of NPCs are for, and a lot of games is like fodder for the character, right? So you may as well just kind of lean into it, because that's your goal, right? You're trying to make sure the player has a good time. So why not help facilitate that? You know.
I would be the NPC in one of the inn rooms, one of the hotel rooms, inn rooms, where I'm just in bed. And then when you click on me, I just make like weird grumble or just incoherent dialogue.
Are you sleeping on top of the sheets?
You're just taking a
right?
nap? I mean,
Like,
I get it.
It's just, I'm just a head that, with the rosy cheeks and the little eyes, lines. I'm sleeping.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not terrible. I mean, a nap's always good.
Hope you're like
Yeah.
a Bethesda sleeping character, and they just lay on top of the sheets, and then you talk to them, and they just immediately engage in full conversation, like not groggy at
Just
all.
stand up upright. Yeah.
One of my favorite one of those was in Oblivion, where you go to the Blades Temple, and they're all sleeping there, and I was I had a streak of just being a bad person, and I attacked one of them as they were sleeping, and they're wearing like nothing. And as soon as you hit them, they instantly get all their armor and pop up and start attacking you. And I remember laughing way too hard at that at the time because I was not expecting that. Just from 0 to I'm destroying you in 1 second. Oh, look at all this.
Sidewinder says you could be the guy in the toilet in 007 Goldeneye.
I don't want to be that guy.
I mean, but people remember that guy.
You know, after eating some blazing wings, though, you might want to be that guy.
You know, we don't want to elaborate on this topic, but I haven't had any issues like that due to blazing wings. It does irritate the stomach, but it hasn't caused any other issues that people would expect could happen there.
Yeah.
I've been okay in that regard.
By the way, I don't know if I'm gonna fight this guy again, but I would like my souls back.
I think you're gonna fight the guy again.
I mean, I might.
Dan, how you feeling after 2? Sounds a little worse.
Two's a lot worse, but I think I'm handling it better than like the first time I had 2.
Oh yeah.
But
first time even the second time I did it was bad. I don't want to do that again.
the second one, again, it's sort of like a stacking debuff, right? They get really bad after the first one. Like it's the heat of the first one hasn't gone away, and the heat of the second one goes on top of it. There's like layers of it. The second one is much worse than the first. Like I handled that first one, I was like, okay, we're fine. Now we're feeling the heat. Got a little bit of sweats, a little bit of, the usual, hey, you're putting really hot stuff in me. Don't do that.
I'm curious to try different flavors and different types of, million+ Scoville intensity.
So your Buffalo Wild Wings has like double the flavors of mine, so.
Oh, that's okay, Marcus. Remember, you said
you're going to a real Wild Wing.
You said Desert Heat was nothing. I think
right.
We're gonna have to move up Marcus to Blazing next week. Really get him going, right?
Well, no, Reiner already said that it's in the baby category apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the mid tier.
I'm gonna take a screenshot not baby, of my menu and send it to you guys.
Yeah.
I haven't come this far actually.
Oh, he's looking for a fight. Are you gonna fight him?
I feel like I have to now. Take this. Yeah, look at that right in the face. Is he really gonna come all the way out here? Okay.
Yeah, you got him mad. Now you're throwing stuff at him.
Oh, he's stuck. Oh. Can I take advantage of this somehow? Wait, how did you miss that, dude? There we go.
Well, if you're gonna use the scenery like this, it's only fair that it might get stuck on there. Wow.
All right.
What enemy would you be, Dan?
I want to be a cool boss, but you said I can't.
No,
do
it
that.
can't be a boss. An enemy.
Like a
Then a
Goomba.
mini boss. I don't want to be a Goomba. What?
No, you can't be a boss.
You're like
a
a
regular enemy.
like a grunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who the hell would want to be one of those?
There's some cool grunts in games.
This could be you.
This is
cool.
This is kind of like a mini boss. It's not really flagged as one, but it pretty much is. I mean, it is, but okay, fine. I don't know. Regular enemies. Nobody ever remembers the regular enemies, right? They always remember the bosses, the mini bosses.
What the hell? Okay.
Oh, Abu. Actually, Zangmaster, that's a good choice.
Abu is great.
I can't take that one
that's a good
because
one.
you mentioned it, but that's a good one.
Yeah.
You could be King Boo. Or I guess he's not. I mean, he's kind of a regular enemy, but
No, that's.
I mean, you don't fight him.
He's got King in his name. Oh yeah, dude, Ravena for sure. I'd be a Tonberry.
Oh wow, that's good.
That's a good one. That's
Playing
really
the
good.
long
I
game.
got my Tonberry right here. It's my favorite Final Fantasy enemy.
What about you, Marcus?
Tom Berry's really good.
Yeah, but you gotta have a Tonberry plush to verify your Tonberry love. Okay.
What about I like the little dudes you fight in like beat 'em ups, like Streets of Rage, with the weird names and the weird like mohawks and stuff.
Marcus.
I know.
Oh.
All right.
So you wanna be one of those
Another
brawler
blazing.
punks.
Yeah,
Another blazing.
like in Streets of Rage, like an S, like a Y signal is one of the.
You just want to be
characters you fight.
an unnamed.
No, they have
one.
names. There's like Y signal and stuff.
Yeah, but you don't remember any of them.
I just remember that. Everyone knows that character. It's got like the little jacket, kind of like Charlie Brown's design on it. All right, this time I'm just gonna get the souls. I'm not gonna fight him. Actually, I don't need the souls really. I could just get those back by fighting the Blue Knights.
Ooh, a mancubus. It could be a marcubus.
Okay. A Marcus. I was gonna say like a Malboro, Marker Bro. Everyone's least favorite Final Fantasy enemy.
Why would you want to be one of those?
Oh, they're good trolls.
They got bad breath.
You're just but you're really messing people up. People are not happy to fight you.
I did a wild and yeah. How you doing, Dan?
I just had my third blazing.
Yeah, you're a pro now.
I'm ready to go. It's hot. It's uncomfortable, but I'm getting better at handling it.
You really
Just
are.
put that sauce on like cologne. Just pour it all over you.
Really
You're good to go.
Essence of replay.
Oh, maybe we can make that.
Yeah, a sweaty spice.
Some real Calvin Klein
Deodorant.
super replay line.
I guess tolerance for hot stuff is a real thing you can work up. I feel like I'm playing Dark Souls with hot stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But definitely by the third.
There's some
third blaze,
yeah.
you're feeling it.
Now
right?
now you're feeling it.
Yeah, I am, but it's not as intense as the last couple times, like where I was in like basically comatose after having a few.
Are you able to enjoy the flavor at all?
There is no flavor on the.
No, because I didn't. Yeah,
it's just burning.
It's just bland. Yeah.
The flavor is burning.
I'm just wondering if there will be a flavor eventually once you get.
I don't think so. But that's an interesting thing to bring up. I started to really like the Wild. The Wild are like hot, and they have a flavor. Blazing is just there is no flavor. It's just burning.
Well, this wild one I just had just tastes like fire.
Yeah, I mean they're hot, right? But like I think there is an underlying flavor to the Wild. I think. With Blazing, there is no actual flavor. It's just like, hey, we coated this in some peppers, and isn't this tasty?
Imagine being a taste tester at Wild Wings.
That would probably be a really cool job. Honestly, most of it, they only have the Blazing flavor for like the diehards, right? They got lots of really great flavors that have nothing to do with heat, which I miss. Like they got the garlic parmesan I really like. Ace Killer, we're making you hungry.
Dan, do you think are you to the point where you would do the Blazing challenge that they have, where it's just a basket of blazing wings and you the ice cream?
So the Blazing challenge is you do 12 with no water or milk or anything, and then you have to wait for like a couple minutes after you do that.
Period.
That would be hard. It would be very challenging, but I think I could do it.
Yeah, but I mean, plus you can do it at home. Like you don't have to adhere to those rules.
Yeah.
Who's watching besides us and a few hundred people?
Bacon says it tastes like getting pepper sprayed. That's accurate. That's accurate.
I was accidentally pepper sprayed.
I have also been pepper sprayed accidentally.
When I was in a band, the Hymns We Hear Before We Burn was the name of it. It was like Queens of the Stone Age style band.
That's a really cool band name, actually.
The bass player, when he was bringing his rig in, he would wear a pepper spray on his hip, on his belt, and when he was carrying in his rig, he kind of hit it, and I was behind him carrying in the head of my amp, and it sprayed pepper spray, right? But into the air, but it came over and got me. So I didn't get like a full blast, but it was enough to like, oh my God, this stuff is awful. Yeah, and then you're like rubbing it around and yeah,
because your first instinct is to rub it, and that makes it worse.
Yeah.
You got to find somebody to pour milk in your eyes or something.
I've almost gotten maced twice. I was in middle school once, and a big fight broke out during an assembly to the point where like the campus security just started spraying mace like indiscriminately just among the crowd of students.
Yeah,
to make us disperse. Oh, you got
that's how I got it too. I was.
You guys went to school together. You just found out.
Whoa!
No. What a connection! Wow, what just happened?
There was.
Dan, why'd you swing on that man like that?
I didn't. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time during a basketball loss from my school, and first they tear gassed us, and then they pepper sprayed us.
Wait, tear gas leads to pepper spray?
Well, they tear gassed us out of the apartments. Okay. Like I'm talking like they actually were shooting the tear gas into the apartment windows. This whole complex, a giant complex, thousands of people.
I thought this was a basketball game. It sounds like a soccer game or a hockey game.
College basketball game?
A collegiate basketball game that we had lost, and there was the resulting riots. Were, God. Highly. It was in the press all over the place, and a lot of people got caught and went to jail. Thankfully, I did not participate in the riots, but I was in one of the most popular party spots at the time. On the campus, right?
We know you as being the ultimate partier.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, so we're just standing there, and all of a sudden, tear gas gets shot through the windows. So we're all like, "Okay, we should leave now." And we start leaving and heading back to our dorms, away from the apartment complex. And we get headed off by police on horseback, who are just pepper spraying everybody that comes by. We can't see anything; it's all foggy. The name of the Revenue Rose. This was at Michigan State University, circa 2000. Something, I don't know the exact year. 2002? No, it was something early 2000s. Michigan State. Cedar Village. I think I've said all I'm going to say about that one.
We got 10 minutes left here, Marcus. Just pace yourself.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I have time to do another run for the spider. What do you think, Dan? I don't think I could.
Yeah, might as well. Let's do it. Let's get one. Let's get one. You can if you run.
Okay.
Remember, you have a shortcut.
Yes. Also, your tear gas story, or I guess tear gas / May story.
I haven't told the rest of it. We couldn't get back to our dorm. I'll make it quick. The abridged version. We couldn't get back to our dorms because of the pepper spray in the way, right? So we hung out at this McDonald's until dawn broke, and they barred the windows, and there was a guy in there screaming that McDonald's was under siege. It was a whole thing. Anyway, I don't even want to get into it. We'll go into it some other time.
McDonald's is under siege.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. There was a guy. It was a 2-floor McDonald's. 2-floor McDonald's. There was a guy in the upper floor.
Oh yeah.
During the whole night, I guess he was in there from before this stuff broke out. He was just like eating, I don't know, a double quarter pounder, and then like he just kept screaming over the whole night, like McDonald's under siege, McDonald's under siege, and it's like, okay, man, like that's enough. There were like, I don't know, 30 of us in the yeah. It was a wild time.
You gotta let him know.
Yeah.
God. I went to see the movie in 2006, Waist Deep, which is like this super forgettable like gangster movie by like Tyrese and I think Megan Good. To this day, I don't know why I went to see that movie. I think I was just really bored and had nothing to do. But like right before the movie started, these two groups of I don't want to say gangs, but two groups of people that were not fans of each other that realized they were in the same theater started fighting. And the problem was that I was in between both of them. Like one gang was in the aisles in front of me, and then the other was behind me. So I'm sitting there watching the previews, and all of a sudden I start hearing like, "Hey, that's you!" Like them screaming at each other, and I'm like, "Who's talking to who here?"
Were you just going like this? Shh.
Oh yeah, I told them to shut the hell up, and then they. But then yeah, like sure enough, it like exploded into a giant theater brawl where they just started fighting, and then. Same thing like what happened in school. Like a bunch of dudes came in and just said, "We're spraying mace, get out!" And just went wild.
Up, right?
Yeah, and then I got a refund. They're like, "You can come back and watch Waist Deep if you would like to see that." And then I did in that movie. And I did in that movie's not very good.
Okay, but you got to see it.
You went for it twice.
Well, I felt like I deserved it after that.
Biscuits with Davey. I have never been to Electric Forest. I don't know what that is. Is that like EDC or something?
Okay. All right. No, I don't want to go up.
Marcus, you got to beat the spider on this try. Otherwise, we're gonna have to start with the spider next week, or we can go someplace else. We have again, we've unlocked the game essentially, so now we can go a bunch of different places, do a bunch of different things.
Yeah, love it.
Get a bunch of different weapons, fight a bunch of different bosses.
Yeah. The world's our oyster. Yeah.
Hopefully no new shields.
There's probably a bigger shield than this one, isn't
Marcus,
that?
I don't know. I have no idea where you're going. You know that you've opened up the lava path. So this.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Whatever.
I forgot the path to him.
It's through the lava lake that you've dissipated, right?
I've already passed it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot that I you know.
Oh
God,
boy.
it might be better just to go the other way.
Yeah,
They're not letting me go.
You can. Don't worry about it. You'll get there. It all goes back there eventually.
Okay.
If you can make it past the salamander.
Oh. And will he get shot?
Look at this. Look at
They're
this.
all-
He's got that
I just-
shields up.
I just remembered the wolves are down there, though.
That's
How did
the-
they hit me when I was still on the stairs?
They're trying to punish you for using that shield.
You saw that, right?
I saw it. You know, hitboxes are a big thing in Souls, and they
Jeez.
probably always will be.
Okay. All right. So which way? This way. Haven't got this rundown yet. Haven't had to make it repeatedly like the Tower Knight.
That's all right. We'll have, no matter how you get there, we're gonna have time for one attempt this run, anyways.
Yeah, and it'll be V1. Call it
V1.
now.
V1. All right, chat.
Here we go.
Is
God,
Marcus
oh.
gonna beat the spider this time?
Well, hold on. Oh Jesus! Oh God! Again.
Nope, he would have to make it to the spider first.
That's it. Yeah.
I haven't been there, business. All right, I guess we'll
We
close
get
out with
last
the blazing.
wings and-
Blazing.
All right.
Blazing.
All right.
All right, Dan's going blazing. Marcus, what do you
Habanero. That's my hottest one.
have you tried it yet?
I've had 2.
Okay. All right, and we can start wrapping this up here. I'll eat mine off camera. I got a full plate to eat. Well done, Marcus. Not a lot of deaths this time. Just 6, right? 6 or 7. I don't know if we accurately counted them, but yeah, very well done.
We did pretty good. We're getting better at it. We're trying to get some more fun stuff involving the death counter and other accessories here in the next weeks or 2.
Yeah, so we'll be back next Friday at 2 p.m. Central for another 2-hour stream of Demon Souls on PlayStation 5. We're going to start by probably taking on this spider boss. Marcus did pretty good his first time. Got about half the health down, right? Or 3/4?
He was at about half, and
Yeah.
I think we're gonna get there. Marcus has some, after watching him blaze through Sekiro, he's gonna find his way, but we're not to that point yet.
Yeah. So lots of game left in front of us, but we did topple one boss, or Marcus toppled one boss here, and the Tower Knight is done. So that is a significant process. As Dan pointed out, we got the whole game open now, so we can start going all over the place to eat a lot of wings or different spicy foods. We'll see. I'm going to try to get some chips next time, Dan.
Ooh. Okay.
Duke got some chips, and I kind of like that. I want to see what I can find. So I'm gonna hop online and try to get some spicy food to join you in different things than wings, but we'll still do the wings as well. But thanks for watching, everyone. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends all about it, and we'll be back in 7 short days. See you soon.